coverage.
So, we're live?
Live!
Right now?
Yes.
Right now?
This very second?
This very second.
Wow. Okay, I better start.
Micah, you're so rude. You didn't even tell anyone.
You didn't tell us anything. No, 3, 2, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
How could you?
Wait, if you want me to give you the middle finger, I will.
This very second. This very second.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
You're so rude.
Sorry, guys.
You didn't tell us anything.
Sorry.
Mhm.
All right, let's see.
Well, hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Force Choke Podcast.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Right?
Oh, well, who can do it the best? Hello there.
Okay.
Hello there.
Well, hello there.
Hello there.
Mine was better than Micah's.
Oh, mine was better.
With donuts and
I
mouth?
liked Izzy.
Wait, who's
Yeah, she liked mine.
She had the accent. Accents
Oh.
are attractive.
Everyone's,
Hey,
li-
Jamie, thanks for watching.
everyone's living in fantasy land today.
Hallie, thank you for watching.
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, hi.
All right.
Oh, no.
Thank you for coming to our show. Thank you.
We much appreciate. How do you tag people? I thought I was able to tag people.
You
last
press
time.
the tag button
Where is that?
on the bottom.
Oh shoot! I just clicked out of it. I'll find it. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. So, I guess let's officially start. Welcome to the Force Choke Podcast. With
Officially.
Start 2 minutes in. Micah, what up, guys?
yeah.
Izzy.
Sarah.
And you know me.
Hey, you know him. He doesn't need to introduce himself. And myself, Lewis.
I'm just gonna start calling you. Hey, you know me.
You know him, damn it.
Wait, is that not your name? You know me. You know me, Ortiz.
Yeah.
Backfired much.
But man, I still can't find the tag button.
All right. So it's not tagging.
No, but
Dun.
Okay, well that's cool.
Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Yeah, we'll just go there.
It'll be edit post, but I don't know if it'll mess it up.
Yeah. Well, Tim, I think you wanted to start off with talking about.
Yeah, I'll jump right into it.
Yeah, go for it.
So let's talk about Netflix and Star Wars. The decision to pull from Netflix. Why? The purpose and what we get out of it.
Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
They're being bastards or what?
Yes.
Like always. You know Netflix.
Well, is it that, or is it just Star Wars trying to, get their own money? Or sorry, not Star Wars, but Disney, because they don't have to give any cost or any of the Netflix or anything, man.
Well, Hulu is owned by Disney, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it? I don't know.
I'm almost certain.
Yeah, they do own them.
Can I quote you on that? You know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, make the bet. Tim. Make the bet, Tim.
I won't
Bet
make
right
that.
now. They don't.
For Julio Jones.
For Julio Jones.
So maybe it's in the best interest of them to pull from Netflix.
well, yes, I mean, more people buying DVDs and stuff. And that type of
Nate already wants us to talk about Boba Fett.
Whoa.
Boba Fett,
Yeah,
Boba
slow down there,
shit.
partner.
Yeah.
Nate, let's ease into it, man. Take us out to dinner first. We haven't even gone to a movie yet. Buy me a cup of coffee. Nice.
Boba shit. You misspelled Obi-Wan is shit.
I'm getting to get.
No.
Well,
You're supposed to drink the coffee and say, spicy.
mucho caliente. Well, I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Sarah, on Netflix pulling any kind of Star Wars thing? Because, I mean, earlier we were talking about, a couple of podcasts ago, we were talking about maybe even Netflix doing a Knights of the Old Republic kind of series,
yeah.
Nate, I'm sorry. Please come back. I love you, bro.
Well, I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I think maybe it's partially I think maybe it's between Disney or not Disney, but Star Wars and Netflix. Maybe they're kind of having some
Maybe
beef
like a falling
right
out?
now. I don't know, or maybe they just want to make more money off of DVDs because people can't watch on Netflix.
Mhm.
Netflix is everyone's go-to. They're like, I'm not going to go buy it. I'm just
I'll
going to watch
watch
Netflix. And they just put Rogue One on Netflix, and I was like, wow,
That's
They
great.
did, right?
So they're just gonna pull it off like right away, like.
Which is strange because they had wanted to pull off the Clone Wars, and then everybody was like, "No, what are you doing?" So they're like, "No, we'll leave it on." No, it seems like they might go ahead and pull it off altogether.
That's not
From what you're saying, right, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think, bro?
I can tell you what it is. It's
Go for it, man. Go for it. First, but Lucy, thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
what
And Gabe from Electronic Maintenance.
Oh, Gabe, awesome.
Gabe,
Gabe.
the
What's up,
mic's
man?
going out. Get over here, man. But go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, so I think what it is that they're going to start their own, I guess, subscription or channel.
Oh, yeah.
Disney.
They
To be
mentioned
all,
that, yeah.
all Disney.
Ooh.
To everything, yeah. So Star Wars is going to go to that, and so that's going to be one of their main attractions. So to get them to get people to subscribe, to get people to follow,
Yeah.
you're going to have to pay. So
You're gonna charge like a buttload for that.
Yeah, hopefully
So,
they don't get a
yeah.
little overzealous. I mean, I think you're right
kind of
because
like they're going to HBO Go route.
Because I heard about that too. I think that's probably what it was. Is they probably got into negotiations with Netflix, and it went back and forth, and they probably just said, all right, well, screw it, we'll call your bluff.
Yeah.
We have so much money, we can make our own
They can
channel
make
anyway, and then
make
make
their own
even
money.
more money from
Yeah.
that. Because you always see. I mean, things are taken off and put back on, and then taken off again. But I never seen like the full assortment that Disney has to offer always on there, because they always have things locked in the vault and they bring it back or whatever. Maybe in this case, you'll get to see some of those things that are kind of set to the side come out more often for Disney in itself. And always for Star Wars, might get to see some
exclusive
shows
Forces
only
of
on
Destiny.
there. Bro, why do you want to start fighting
Nate-
again?
Nate made a strong.
I really do think they'll do an exclusive show to bring us over to the Disney.
Oh,
It could be because Nate made a strong, statement. He just said straight out, Star Wars and Marvel are staying on Netflix. And then Hallie,
Is that a demand or is this
I
just a
don't know.
thing?
Receipts. I need receipts.
right? And then
You're right.
Hallie said it's happening in either late 2018 or 2019.
Yeah, they won't do it overnight, that's for sure.
Jimmy, thank you for watching. We appreciate it, bro.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up, buddy?
You had a good draft?
Fantasy champ, sir.
Giving homage.
Fantasy Scum.
You read it.
You read it? You read it where? Did you just
Hey,
scribble
Mo.
it down?
Hey, Mo, thanks for watching. We appreciate you coming in. Mo, he was one of our CSAs. Yeah.
I didn't get that update.
Congratulations getting into, was it the Police Academy, military? I know you've been working hard on that, bro. Once again, we appreciate you watching.
Thanks, man.
Somewhere.
Over the rainbow. Over the rainbow.
I'm guessing he was searching for it and he couldn't find it.
Were you sleeping and you just so happened to read this? Damn it, Nate.
Oh my
I need
goodness.
sources.
Well, we appreciate everybody watching and conversing with us here. We'll periodically put any some of your quotes out there, especially the really good ones.
U.S. Navy Military Police.
Well, let me ask the girls, and I think Sarah, you may have just seen that, but Hallie asks. I just want to specifically ask you ladies, if they do make a Disney version of Netflix, would y'all buy into it? And I'm going to just add on there, how much is too much?
Yes. I think eventually I'll cave and be like, okay,
Yeah.
fine. Because I did that with Hulu too. Like, there was a trial. What if they do a trial and you're like, wow, I really like it.
and then you have to buy the subscription.
Mhm.
I just didn't like the commercials. Like, that was dumb. This was like, oh, I'm just going
I
to
just
stick to
like
Netflix.
do laundry and fall to the commercials
Yeah.
because they're like minutes.
I have like ad blocks, so it's just a black screen. I'm like, okay.
So y'all would say, yeah, I would get it.
Yeah.
probably.
But no more than like 10.
No more than 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's starting to add up, right? So you got
Yeah.
Netflix at like, what, like 9?
7 or 8.
7 or 8?
It's going up too.
Yeah,
When
they're
it
going to go
started
up
out, it
again.
was like $7.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I got it, it was like $5.99 or
yeah,
$6.99.
like when it just came out, like $5.99
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
And now it's close to 8. Then people are paying for Hulu, which is
Monthly trials.
like 12 to 15 bucks.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about Disney
Yeah.
adding their stuff on, another
I don't
one
have that
on.
much room on my TV for apps.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So
I think
subscriptions.
Nate has a good idea.
I wonder if they pull from their library too, like because how Netflix does that. You can pay the extra, I think it's like $8 to get your DVDs like monthly.
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Just mail in, mail out,
Does
whatever.
Netflix still have that?
So they
think
should.
so.
I thought they just went to stream. I could be wrong,
Yeah, I
but
think they still have.
Yeah.
I thought they scaled it back.
I think they still have that.
Oh.
Like as a side package, you have to get it separate. So yeah, like their movies that take that away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hallie says the moment they hit $10, it would be too much for her personally. But she probably wouldn't buy it unless Marvel is on it also.
Yeah, I was gonna put agreed,
Yeah.
but then I spazzed and what happened. So agreed, Hallie.
Yeah, she said it.
Oh.
Netflix does have it.
Her dad uses it to make copies of all the movies they have.
We'll edit that part out. Wait, we're live. Oh my god! But
And if you want to go Nate's route, you have to have multiple cards too. Just on him.
multiple.
He said he's saying like use multiple accounts to get infinite free trials, but they do associate the card with that email address too.
Yeah.
But you could just do that. Like if it's really worth it, go down, get your bank card changed to get a different card number. It's like
Or
$5,
could
and
yeah.
it'll last a couple months.
Yeah, or you could get like a NetSpend card or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Because he's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Hey, there you go, guys. Free advice from Force Choke Podcast.
Yeah.
How to cheat your billers
Oh my god.
with, you know me.
Well, speaking of content on Netflix, Hulu, and whatever platform that they're going to come up with next that's popular. Still going back to the movies. I still enjoy going to the movies.
Oh,
The
yeah.
popcorn and the nachos and
Little Swedish fish.
yeah, Swedish fish.
The nacho cheese, just the cheese.
Just the cheese. You're not going to dip anything into the
It
cheese.
didn't cook
just the
yet.
cheese.
It's
But,
the same menu every
You
time.
did a little dance. Give
What
the ass
should
across.
I get?
Not today, boys. Not today. No, I feel like the movies. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't ever replace that. Not like they ever would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's almost like you're watching a different movie.
Because I really enjoy.
Let's focus on this.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is this.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy. I don't know if y'all do, like maybe not standing in line for like hours and hours. I know Micah, you have, but
Oh, God.
standing in line with other Star Wars fans, and you get to bounce ideas off of them, and
Yeah.
things of that nature, and just the anticipation of going into the theater and getting in your seat and all that. Watching the trailers, I really enjoy that experience.
Yeah.
And talking about the theater, Tim, you got some more information on other movies that may be
I do.
coming out
I do.
here in the near future, Star Wars related movies. So
Yeah.
why don't you hit us with some of that?
So first of all, the first movie that's confirmed was Obi-Wan. And they did talk about confirming the works with Boba Fett and
Now,
Jabba-
when we say confirmed, is this actually confirmed through Lucasfilm?
no. Well,
The only reason I asked it is because I've seen it from other
With Dis-
Star
with
Wars-esque
Disney.
websites, but it is confirmed.
but it's not confirmed as far as like the movie happening. I think it's confirmed as far as it's going to be in the works. Like they're going to attempt to start a script, the writing for it, pulling the cast together, everything. So they're just saying like they're going to start now. They're talking about it. So it's like,
so like they just wrote the
That's
name on a
pretty
piece
much
of paper and
saying-
be like,
yeah,
the
like
beginning of
they considered
the
it.
transcript.
They said, we'll consider doing a Boba Fett movie. Write it down. They put it on their whiteboard, and now they can start talking about making it happen. So it's not really confirmed. They haven't paid anything. They haven't paid a writer yet, I don't think, for a script. But yeah, so they're gonna start working on that. The only one that they're really working on is Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That one they started.
Well, I have other things to say, so I'll let you finish up with that.
Okay. So what was the other one? Jabba. And there's one more. What am I missing?
What?
So Jabba, Boba Fett,
Jabba?
Obi-Wan.
No.
Nate.
He's holding a thermal detonator.
So Would
I
you?
don't know why they would do Jabba though. Because like,
Well, I think that's what I was kind of mentioning. I think this is the real beginning of Disney's campaign for disinformation. Because like, not that I was trying to attack you, but what constitutes starting a movie? They wrote the name down on a whiteboard and be like, "Oh, we're going to work on it." They could just easily do that for any character, just to be for people to fall into that trap.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it concerns me a bit. Like I know
the same with trap. They trapped us.
It's a trap. Yes,
It's a trap. It's a map. It's a.
No. And that's why it concerns me. Like, obviously, we were all anticipating Obi-Wan thing, and it may be confirmed they're going to be working on a script or something, but it's just like, that's why I ask what's confirmed. Is it in the database?
I haven't seen that in the database.
And database is like the Bible.
That's where I go to.
That's what he quotes everything. It's
everything.
Quotes scripture.
That's right. Handed down.
So I'm just concerned because when I heard Jabba movie,
I just put confirmed in quotes. Like it's not.
No. I know, and that's what
say confirmed.
But that's what makes me think extra.
You don't want a Jabba the Hutt movie?
See, I don't think.
I feel like that'd be a waste.
It's just not appealing to all audiences.
I mean, it would be
nobody wants to see a freaking. I mean, I want to see a monster movie, but I don't want to see like this.
But see, the thing is,
but he's a gangster monster.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's pretty
gangster.
cool.
Like if they gave him like 50 chains.
Tim.
What the?
Don't get you 50 chains.
But see, I hear Jabba. It's like, okay, so what's gonna be in that? Like, what? So you think Jabba though, and it's like, okay, what's gonna be in the movie? Like, oh, bounty hunters. Well, then why don't you just do like an underworld movie?
Well, that'd be cool
and have like the world of bounty
Star
hunters.
Wars
And they're
cool.
connected to the gangsters. I think that would hold a better premise.
Yeah.
Because if someone hears Jabba movie, it's like, he's a cool character.
Jabba
He's interesting and unique. But do I really need to see?
Maybe that's where Tim's idea comes in. That they smacked Jabba's name up there. But that's not going to be the title of the movie, just like the Han Solo movie is not the Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you give that idea out there though of Jabba, like obviously that maybe not be the name of the title, but it's obviously going to be very closely centered around him, and I still think that's.
So, what are the odds of them making an Underworld / Jabba movie? What do you think?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I partly think it's bullshit.
Never tell me the odds.
You're a real bastard.
No, seriously though. What do you on a scale of 0 to 100? What do you think about an Underworld?
For Jabba movie?
Yeah, or not necessarily a Jabba movie, but like an Star Wars.
Well, I think an Underworld movie is more possible than a Jabba movie. But semantics alone, talking about a Jabba movie, I'm 25%, 20%. Like, I don't think it's likely at all.
I'm gonna give him 10%.
I think that's what I'm saying.
It's an Underworld movie,
waste.
something like around 20-25% more of that world that's going on beneath it all. But,
well, I mean, you've had like over hundreds of thousands of people petitioning for the series on Netflix for them to do a Knights of the Old Republic, and then out of the clear blue, let's make a Jabba movie. So you're gonna see a big slug sitting there the whole entire time. Hey, I'm going to kill you. Okay, really scary. Is he going to do backflips while he's sitting there? I just feel like it's not appealing. Yeah. But if they did it on the world movie and it kind of premieres, then have to go back and forth to Jabba, that's different. But to say a Jabba the Hutt movie, it just, to me, it gives out like a false message, a false idea. Much like the Force of Destiny, we thought was going to be an actual series, not a 2-minute like. Oh. I yawned and I got through the movie.
But what if it becomes an actual series?
What?
The Force of Destiny.
Yeah, what if this?
Then I would retract every bad thing I've said.
You know that they have dolls for Forces of Destiny? Like, I went to Target and they have like a display.
Oh, really?
Just for Forces of Destiny. Yeah. I mean,
how did that make you feel?
You see, I think these kids,
like you enjoyed it.
I was like, oh my goodness, cool. But then I was like, okay, but if it's like a little 2-minute thing, like why are they making such a big deal out of this? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's the kids. They want it. It's the selling. Like they see it. Like, hey, I watched this. Why can't I want that toy? Like,
or if they see this, they're like, what's that?
I'm on my other thing.
Hell, I said Micah's sarcasm is stronger than Micah, and then Nate says Micah has more sass than Obi. Oh, yes.
True.
Oh, my goodness.
# burn, double burn. No.
Wow. I mean,
the thing is, the whole like they pushed back. They had that petition to do the Old Republic, and they had like I don't know how many thousands of people that wanted it, but the decision to go with Jabba, the decision to go with Boba, over all that, I think is because we already have movies that show these characters. We already have like that show part of their story, so they're just expanding on that. I think they'll take that next step to the Old Republic if they somehow like this next movie with Episode 8. You know, Luke does talk about the Old Republic, and I think the more backstory we get on that from these next generational movies, we'll start. Then they'll start building that Old Republic story that people would want to see. Because as core Star Wars fans, yeah, we want that. But fans, newcomers that are starting to learn about Star Wars, they have no idea about Old Republic. So why would they want that when they see it come out? So I think it's just a building process.
it could be.
I mean, I would agree with that, but also you have a slew of characters and you choose Jabba the Hutt. I just don't feel like that's a big marketing ploy.
Well, he has a Rancor. He has the...
That died.
I know.
Well, I think it would
Yes,
be
the
before
Sarlacc
that,
pit.
right? It would have to be before that because then you're talking about it's a Return of the Jedi. It's not much more time. It's like a couple of hours.
They did it with Ron.
I mean, you know what? I mean, we're gonna talk.
I might get hung up with the whole Jabba the Hutt thing, like because honestly, he may only be in the movie. Like,
Are you in love with Jabba the Hutt?
No, I'm
Is
not.
that what it is? It sounds like you are, like, for Jabba the Hutt.
Take your photo. This is stupid. Take a photo. God damn it.
I'm just messing with you. But, I mean, it could be a really good movie. It could be like, Goodfellas.
You know what's funny? I was kind of thinking about, like, what if it was like some kind of like
walking out with a baseball bat?
ooh, ooh.
Yeah, for real.
Except for that, it's his tongue.
What? Oh my goodness. Tim's favorite, Izzy's
Grab and go.
bane of existence, I guess.
Literally.
Our donuts.
Literally.
When Tim can't have his powder, he has his powder.
Oh my goodness.
Cocaine.
Oh my god. So I know, Tim, you were talking about an Obi-Wan movie. I'm excited about that.
I can get behind that one.
What if they didn't have Ewan McGregor back?
Oh.
No.
Oh, you really clutched your...
No, because like I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, all right, so he's not what he looked like in episode 1.
Mhm.
I'm joking, but so who would they get to play him? And where would they start? Is it going to be like an origin story, or have they said anything about that? Have they
For
touched
like
on
the
it?
timeline?
The timeline,
Yeah.
they haven't.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Well, I think they're
Or
going to
is it
talk
going to be
about...
like after?
I think a lot of people are after the story before Any Hope. Like, what made him go crazy?
Don't make me destroy you.
How did he lose
Dude,
himself?
Vader's pissed about that idea too.
I think, yeah, because he went crazy. Like, he didn't know who he was.
Who?
How do you get all, like, demented? Yeah.
What if it's,
No, did I
what if it's a movie about him solely a Force ghost?
You know,
You gotta go actually think about that. Anyway.
I wonder what it's like for the Force Ghost, though.
Yeah, like, do they still have to go to the restroom?
What? All questions.
Well, now
Y'all were talking about
wait.
did Darth Vader poop in his
That-
suit. Are you giving me shit about does a Force ghost have to go to the bathroom? No.
I-
Mine understand.
Yeah, BB didn't like that at all. Well, but Micah, that's actually, you pose a good question there, because when Obi-Wan in Return of the Jedi goes to meet with Luke Skywalker, right after Yoda's death, he like pushes some vines aside and then he sits down on like a log. So wouldn't you think if he was like a spirit, he'd just like be walking through these things? I'm just saying. There's
we're
a
reading.
conference over here. if you want
No,
to-
we're reading this. What Nate?
Oh, what did Nate say?
Someone make an edit with Boba Fett falling to his death with that boing sound.
Nate, I'll work on it for you.
Oh no, I don't know if I can handle that.
I would love that.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I think that kind of goes to show that we really don't know much about the Force Ghost. Because remember when we talked, I think it was probably a couple shows back when we heard one of the rumors being released that the idea that apparently we'll see in The Last Jedi is that a Force Ghost can be killed. So
we did talk about that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we did.
Because they're in a different plane than us.
Right.
But it doesn't mean they can't still be destroyed beyond that.
Well, right. And so I think that kind of goes to show that, like, wouldn't, as Obi-Wan, as being a ghost, wouldn't he just sit down and not worry about, doing this or that? I think that kind of goes to show that we really don't know, what they can and cannot do as a Force Ghost.
Yeah.
Because we hear ghosts and we're like, okay, well, they can't touch anything, but they can spook people. But what can they really do,
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I don't know. That'd be kind of sad, though, if you're like a spirit kind of guy, girl, and they kill you off again.
This deal's getting worse all the time.
For real. And
they reincarnate everything.
Like Obi-Wan said,
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Would the high ground matter if you're a spirit ghost?
Yes, it still matters.
It still matters.
High ground
Take
always
this
matters.
and throw it at you.
Just asking. These are all valid questions.
Super effective. You should get a still in there where you play that. Micah, minus 50 points. And he's confused.
Oh my god. But so I mean I would really enjoy I don't know if I would enjoy it, but I mean I would really, really like them to do that right if they have to get another person to play Obi-Wan. You know what I mean?
I don't want to see that. I think it doesn't matter how good the Han Solo movie is going to be. I think it will always get shit. Mm-hmm. Because it's not, obviously they couldn't do, Harrison Ford, but that it's not Harrison Ford,
Yeah.
And I think like I said, it doesn't matter how good the movie is. Like Star Wars fans can appreciate it. Some Star Wars fans will probably hate it because it's not Harrison Ford. Mm-hmm. But either way, it will always have like that asterisk. Well, it's not Harrison Ford, So I feel like, especially with Obi-Wan now, he still looks the part. Like, I mean, if you have to do some of the younger things, like maybe if he meets a Satine or something, like they might have to edit it, a little bit to make him seem younger in appearance.
Well, they
but
did that with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
In Civil War.
Or Civil War, there you go.
Yeah. And I think, maybe they could do that. I mean, well, hell, they did, they reshot, Tarkin and they reshot Leia without even them. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure even if it's like a little scene, they could probably still use him and just clean him up, make sure like he's really shaved and has a short hair with the, what is that thing again? That training braid? The Jedi?
The Padawan braid?
Yeah, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Like do that or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think the movie would be solely on that. But right now, if I saw it without Ewan McGregor, I'd be kind of pissed, to be honest with you.
Your heart would just ache just a little.
Yeah.
Well, so
like
what do you think? What do you think if they would have for the Han Solo movie? And maybe I can get each one of y'all's opinions, starting with Tim, and we can go that way. What do y'all think about what if? How would y'all feel? Like I said, I'm gonna start with you, Tim, so y'all can have a chance to think about it. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Tim.
Yeah.
If they would have got an actor that would have not minded if they used Harrison Ford's features over theirs.
The CGI over their face?
Yes, to do the Han Solo movie.
I don't think any actors would agree with that.
Well, I'm just saying, because an actor did do that for the Princess Leia part.
Yeah,
but it was for like a matter of seconds.
Yeah, so that gets you in the door for Hollywood. I don't want to argue the fact, but I'm just giving you something to consider.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many actors and actresses just wanting to get their foot in the door. Then you get to work with Disney, you get to work with Star Wars, Lucasfilm, and get your name out there.
Yeah, I would do that.
Well, kind of like Vin Diesel as Groot.
Seems like, make me Obi-Wan. Make me Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I if you put it that way, I think I'd do it for those reasons.
Well, I'm saying for you, Tim, as a fan, would you be okay with that? I'm not saying the actor side, but you watching it, would you be okay?
If they made it where it wasn't so noticeable, yeah, I'd be cool with that. Spending millions of dollars just to change someone's
Trying to
face.
blind lights
I
on.
mean, I think it would be better than just having some random other person say, "Hey, this is Obi-Wan," but wait, no, Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan. They did I didn't watch it. I didn't like it.
You win.
I would have to get past like the cringiness of like, you know, it not being them. Like Princess Leia, like it was cool to see her, but it was still like that doesn't look right. Like,
It wasn't
to
quite
think about it.
perfect yet.
Yeah, so I don't really know how I would feel. I would still watch it though.
No.
No?
Straight up.
No.
I don't think it would be received. I think everyone would probably call it. As much as I will watch the Han Solo movie, I will probably enjoy it. It won't be Harrison Ford, but I think below that is doing a CGI rendering of whoever's face
That's where I was going to go.
for
next.
Harrison Ford. Like, I think that's kind of bullshit, and I don't think it actually really be received by fans.
Yeah.
Even if Harrison Ford was okay with it, even if that actor would be okay with it, I
The
don't
fans would
think
be
that would be
like,
good.
just don't make it then.
Yeah, it's like don't make it. Make an animated series about it, or completely replace the actor like they're doing right now. But I mean, you talk about Leia; she was on screen for 20 seconds. General Tarkin, a collection of maybe 2 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to stop you. Let's pause for a second and let's talk a little bit about what our commenters are saying.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't have
Really
I don't have mine up. So
Why? Because you have
Who
your
would win in a
soundboard
sword
out.
fight between Luke and Jon Snow, not using the Force, just pure sword fighting.
Thank you, Sandy.
Dana
Something on
Snow.
Jon
Dana
Snow.
says Jon Snow because he
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Sorry, go ahead.
physical
Hey, boo.
lightsabers. How he did.
thanks for watching.
I'm
So
the
not
robot
using
chicken there. I love your hair. Thanks.
Not using the Force.
Thanks, Sandy.
I don't know.
I mean, you can't tap into something that's going to tell you what their next move is. But you because there's a difference between force and luck when you're fighting. So the force not being there, I think.
People are counting on us. The galaxy is counting on us. So we'll figure it out. We'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works.
I think the Jedi user would still win that fight.
So just lightsaber dueling or sword fighting, alone. So he can't.
Luke Skywalker and Jon Snow.
Well, the thing is that I think Tim might be onto something because he could use. It'd be tough because is he using force jumps?
Sandy loves your hair, by
But
the
he can't
way.
use the Force.
I've already commented on that like 3 times,
So
bro.
he can maybe backflip.
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
the sword
Well,
fights.
okay, so back a normal
Just like a
backflip.
backflip or something.
Yeah, but you wouldn't use that in.
You
that
couldn't
kind
use
of
the Force at
combat.
all. No,
Yeah.
No Force.
it would just
Well,
be
people can still backflip without using the Force.
not successfully. Oh, man.
Well,
Find me. Ray Park comes out.
You know
So
what?
bitch.
I think if it was in close quarters, I think Luke would win. If it was in an open battlefield, I think Jon Snow would win.
But if it was Darth Vader.
But we got to think about it like this too.
Wait a minute.
I honestly, I'm pulling for Jon Snow on this one. If you're not using the Force at all, for starters, Luke is used to using the Force. But then again, think about how much combat is he really getting with the lightsaber? Not much. When he's used it was against Vader, which is slower than Anakin. But he was only using it against Vader, and then he's like, what Luke are we getting to? And even then, because all that time that's passed, like he's done training, but he's not doing hardcore, combat training. And if he is, like, he obviously failed because Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren more than likely came back and destroyed his entire academy. So obviously he wasn't successful at it with the Force. Jon Snow knows only, sword and combat. So I'd have to pull to the ability of that because if Luke can't use the Force at all.
Was Luke using a lightsaber? That they would go right through that sword.
But
I'm going to hit you with my lightsaber.
No, so they'd be using lightsabers or swords.
Obviously, they would be using something comparable. That wouldn't.
Something comparable would be
If they're both using lightsabers or they're both using swords, they're not going to be like lightsaber versus sword because
So let's go.
Luke would die.
So which way?
draw. It's a draw.
It's a draw.
Yes.
I think John's a better swordsman than Luke.
I agree.
Now, if you said Anakin, that's a completely different argument.
I agree that Jon Snow is better, but I think Luke is more tactical
In what
in
sense?
his approach.
How so?
I think he's just more patient. I think the Force
If
teaches
he kicked
him
him off the high ground, Luke wins.
Okay, I'm gonna have a couple of words that we have banned on here. High ground in combination no longer can be used on the show. No.
Jon Snow had the high ground, right? He still lost.
Okay. When?
All right, so back to Han Solo.
Yeah, Han Solo.
But I mean, are we happy with that
So
answer?
Micah says,
Are we happy
Jon
with that
Snow.
answer?
Who do you say? Well, you know, who do you think?
I don't know. I'm not really like into like Game of Thrones as you guys.
What?
I don't want these donuts anymore.
Get them out of here.
But I would Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah?
That's a weird way of saying
I
Jon
think
Snow.
John. I know
Mm-hmm.
John.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tim?
Man, everybody's going John.
Everybody.
Tim? What do you think?
That one.
That one.
This
And then we already know what he's going to say. We already know what you're going to say.
That's hard.
tall drink of water.
You got 3 seconds, Tim.
Wait, if
One,
it's Darth Maul,
2,
What?
3.
What?
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. I'm going Luke Skywalker.
Yay.
We'll take the draw.
There's no draw 3-2. Can you not count now?
We'll take the draw.
That's the reason for having a 5th member.
I know.
There's no such thing. It's a tie. It's a tie. It's a tie. No.
Mm.
Okay.
All right, so back to
We were on Han Solo.
We were on that
and
CGI
spatial
rendering.
CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So again, I don't think it'd be received well by
Yeah.
anyone. Well, majority of people.
Yeah, that's true. No, I agree with that. I just wanted to see where you guys were sitting on that. You know what I mean? But they're also talking about other movies, right?
Well, also know just walking in and like, okay, this is fake,
Yeah.
like wrestling. Oh.
Oh, you went there.
Dare talk about wrestling.
You
Son of a
don't
bitch.
dare.
Yeah, was that with wrestling shit too?
That's right.
What a loser.
Lose.
All for
Oh my god. But I mean, Tim, what other movies? I know that they've been kind of throwing out. See what sticks with people, right? With fans. I know they said Boba Fett movie. I've heard a Yoda
Boba Fett.
movie.
Boba Fett?
Yoda.
We're going to be talking about Boba Fett a little bit.
Yoda
right?
movie was the other one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So yeah, and my mind goes straight to that one episode we talked about on the other podcast we did, where I said that I think I would find it annoying after a while if he keeps talking the way he does it backwards the whole movie. Don't you think you would get?
So you have to dumb yourself down just to watch the movie? Here, take the switch.
Okay,
Okay, we can go.
I'm kind of thinking in reverse, like everything would just be backwards to me.
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay.
I'd get stressed out.
I get annoyed. Like,
I think it'll be okay, but yeah, it probably would be one of those movies you
I
have
mean,
to
I'd
watch
love
twice
to
just to
see
catch
a
everything.
movie about him. Maybe how he gets that way.
oh my god.
Were we Louis, was I
Started
talking about?
talking normal.
Were we talking about that together?
To be honest.
I think we were talking about together or someone.
What if he wasn't like that before?
Oh my god, yeah.
I think I was talking to you about or something, but like say like when he's younger and he's going through training, like maybe he just gets hit so hard or something happens, and that causes like the speech impediment for him to talk in reverse.
Yeah, that's you too.
That'd be crazy.
Oh,
So
my
actually
God.
say that like, oh man, if he didn't get hit in the face, so many years ago, like we may know Yoda like actually carry on a sentence, and not have to think about it.
Can you recall anything off the EU in the books where, let's say, 400 years ago?
Yeah, can you search the data bank for
He
me?
was still talking like that?
Mm-mm. No, because Yoda species is unknown. We've even talked about whether he may be a gremlin
Yeah.
on this show, right?
They fed him after midnight.
Yes, and somebody fed him after midnight, and now he's a Force user. But we don't know what. For real, we don't know what species he is. We don't know what planet they originated from.
What is it, Mugwai?
A Mogwai.
Yeah, Mogwai.
Darth Maul movie. Hell yeah.
Darth Maul?
I would love that.
That'd be really cool.
I think a lot of people would love to see that Darth Maul movie.
Mm.
You
You
would like to see?
That's what I mentioned. I was like, yeah,
no,
that'd be
you mentioned
great.
it, not about like.
But I feel like They've already done a lot of it with the animated stuff too, so I don't know.
They need a Princess Leia movie.
They did in episode 4.
No.
That was kind of, yeah.
No, I want like a Han Solo movie, but a Princess Leia movie.
So how is that going to be received then? Because they're going to have a different actress, obviously, for that. She will never stack up to.
Oh, princess. They might surprise us.
They can use me.
Yes, they could.
I'll vote for you.
I'll vote for you. That's 2.
It's gonna be a modern Leia.
Did you not say you'd vote for her? You're a real
Wow.
piece of work, too.
The donut doesn't.
Sarah's like, no, they're gonna use me.
No.
They all thought I was going to flip the table. She's going to flip the table.
I don't know. I don't know about a Darth Maul movie because they really delved into him in the Clone Wars.
They were into.
Like,
Well, that's what I was saying with all the
lot.
animated stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, even then in Rebels,
In
too.
Rebels,
Yeah.
the
You see a
time
lot.
Mm-hmm.
in Rebels, he was on that planet for a while, just waiting.
Yeah, and you know what? I was talking to Gino, my cousin, during our fantasy football draft. Well, not during, but I think it was before everybody started showing up. That
I don't think there's anything.
that Darth Maul. I'm gonna make you some. Let me make you some more real quick.
No, this is
Okay. The Darth Maul story. I mean, it turned out to be pretty sad and pathetic at the end.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Well, because I mean, after his face-off with Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
literally his life just spiraled down. I mean, it took a real quick upturn when he was when he took the Darksaber. Then he lost it very quickly, and then just from there, lost his brother, lost Mother Talzin, and almost all of the Night Sisters, and then from there on out, all he had was his revenge to Kenobi, and then Kenobi ended up doing
All or not.
yeah.
He
got consumed by the dark side so much that his hatred for Kenobi just overtook him, and that's what did him in the end.
I mean, I think it's a great story, though.
I
But
mean,
it is sad.
It is a great
sad in
story,
essence, though.
but it is sad. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because he could have been much more than that. I wonder had he turned to the light side if that could have changed.
Bullshit already. Sorry.
Just
Turn to the
asking.
light side. Are you kidding me with this? I'll have to stand around here and put up with that. No, playing.
You don't think he would have?
Turn
Could
the
have.
light, to the light side?
Well, Yoda did say once you go down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Darth Vader? No, I'm not saying I'm not saying who made that comment. I'm saying I think that's a bullshit. Because I think if you want to take a look at the entire spectrum, we've already had this conversation. Jedi is one extreme, Sith is one extreme. Darth Maul, I think, is like the epitome of what the Sith extreme would be, in the sense of like he was so consumed he couldn't get past simple things, and that's why he used the same moves against Obi-Wan and died. But I think Yoda is actually the other side of that extreme. He may have been wiser, he may have been able to do all these things, but in essence, he could have prevented a lot of things. But he just wanted to let the Force just do whatever. He just wanted to let people do whatever. He knew Anakin's downfall was coming. He knew the fall of the Republic was coming. He knew all these things were coming. So I think, like, if you want to put Darth Maul in that extreme for the Sith, where he succumbed to that, I think it's the same reason for Yoda to succumb to that extremism of the Force itself, by allowing all these things to happen.
I could say that.
So for Yoda to make that comment, I think it's crap, because Darth Vader becomes Anakin again. Darth Vader does come back.
He didn't make it in general. I think he made it to Luke so Luke wouldn't go down that path, to put that fear into him.
Well, then there you go. So why then?
Well, in essence, it was a certain point of view.
Right, but it was a manipulation for him not to do
it wasn't
something.
a manipulation, but
Well,
it wasn't a lie.
It is a lie.
No,
He
it's
manipulated
not a lie.
Luke. He's a son of a bitch.
Oh my god!
I'm just like,
Oh my
come on,
god!
dark side, Izzy, let's go. Yeah. She's like, no, you're on your own, Micah.
Izzy's all, Micah, you have derailed. Oh my god! So they're gonna start off this Darth Maul movie with
Kenobi!
I love that, dude. That's awesome.
Rebels.
Dude, that's awesome.
One more time.
Kenobi!
Dude, I want that for my text.
That'd be great. You're miles away.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
that'd be awesome.
But so Yoda movie, thumbs up. Let's all do it together on 3.
Wait. If
What?
we want to see it, or if it will be, if you think they'll do it.
If we would want that to be a movie that's on screen.
Yoda movie?
So we'll go 1, 2, and on 3,
1,
either
2, 3.
thumbs up or thumbs down.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 1,
1,
2, and then when I say 3, you stick your
It's
thumb
1,
up.
2, 3, shoot. Or
Oh
what?
my
No,
goodness.
just
Go.
on
You're
3,
crazy.
Why don't we do this? When you say 3,
All right.
we're gonna put her
3.
Okay.
Yoda movie.
Ready. Yoda movie. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so 2 thumbs up,
Thumb-
2 thumbs
I'm
to the
gonna say-
side,
Yeah.
and 1 thumb
Is that
down.
like a baby or something?
It's like like
Did
if
you
it
just-
comes out, I'll see
I
it.
didn't know I had a third option.
It's always option.
I was about to do it.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Well, it's like you want to know that backstory, but do you want to wait? I just think of it like this: they put out, kind of movie like this. They could also be using those resources for something else we haven't seen, or something else that we would rather care about.
Mhm.
So that's
Well,
why
maybe-
I'm
what if-
conflicted about it.
What if they give us touches of the end of the Old Republic?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
why give us touch for the end of the Old Republic when they could just give us a damn Old Republic movie rather than wasting time with Yoda?
Well, because then you have so many years left to put out Star Wars stuff. We're not going to put it all out at one time.
Well, the thing is, they're going to keep going with this. What it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to keep going forever.
So
and
don't
ever.
tell me the time is limited.
Yeah.
So all of
No,
this,
I'm not saying-
I'm surprised
no,
out of
the
this whole time he hasn't asked for a Mace Windu movie.
Look, I thought that was a given. If we want to talk about Mace Windu
This
movie,
lightsaber's
we're talking about a Mace
purple.
Windu movie.
How did you get that purple guy?
Actually, which way will they go with that one? The Legends version, or is it Legends now still? Well, because the Legends was saying he went to a certain planet to get it, but I think canon now is
Is that
because he was actually a Sith turned Jedi.
Yeah. Dabbled in the evil.
I'm curious
forces.
which way they'll go with that, though.
I don't know. That'd be cool.
Maybe
Like
kind
if,
of
if
see,
it was
see
blue
him as
and
like
it-
a younger
Yeah.
version, and see him like go to some planet, like fight off all these
Okay.
crazy creatures to
Mace
find
Windu
us.
movie. Since everybody's getting a spin-off movie, all right, Tim.
Samuel's actually,
On 3.
if he still looks the same.
Ah,
Well, he
On
said,
3.
I was whenever I was looking at the Snoke stuff, he said he was down to be in Star Wars again.
he was
So-
hoping that he could be in this last one.
Maybe they'll make it another one.
So Tim, 3.
Just CGI him younger.
Tim, 3. Go on 3. 1, 2, go.
Mace Windu
Oh,
movie.
let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, baby! I'm the only thumbs. I'm the only thumbs down. I say no.
Only if he says motherfucker.
You're allowed 1 and it not be a rated R film.
Right? You get
Right
one,
here.
right?
This motherfucker. Unless it's like, oh, I dropped my wallet. It's bad, and then it cuts off right there.
Yeah, they can borrow.
Or if you could finally see it actually on the lightsaber. Oh, I dropped my lightsaber. What does that say in there? I'm a bad mouth.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Oh, God.
I love it.
All right. So we've done. So that's a thumbs up for a Mace Windu. Y'all would love to see that. I'd go see it. I don't know if I'd be totally excited about it, but
Well, because he has a rich backstory too, and that
Yeah.
we really don't know too much about.
yeah, exactly.
And then it could carry on with when he survives his fall. He's a cat.
Mm-hmm. Well,
He
the
fell
data
down.
banks. If you want me to read it again,
Yeah, let's read it.
you want me to read
Son
it?
of a bitch.
You know what it says. He's dead.
I know it says that you're reading some garbage over there.
Mhm. He's dead. He's gone. Buried.
You're
Yeah.
dead. You're dead.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have to be buried. He was
7
He was
days.
squishy. All right. So what other movies? We talked about Jabba and Solo.
Jabba Han Solo,
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba
Would
Fett?
y'all want a
Yoda.
Boba Fett movie?
Boba Fett.
Is he going to do count off on 3?
Okay. Do I say ready? Like,
That's up
Ready?
to you.
Okay.
But everybody's going to
okay.
fist in on 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Yeah, that's a go.
Go. No go.
Boba
Wait.
Fett, all for it.
I like the Underworld movie idea.
Yeah, I think
Thank
that's
you.
better.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, like a Boba Fett standalone.
Give us more of that
But see,
Mandalore family.
I think, but I think I'm with Sarah on that one.
Like
I would definitely want to see it if nothing at all, but I'd rather see it an Underworld thing. Like it can be premiered around him, but like because we've seen some Boba Fett lore, Boba Fett lore even in Clone Wars though. You know, we kind of know a story. So I think if it's more catered to an Underworld movie, I think that would probably be a better turn off for that.
Bradley said podcast goals.
Well, you do it really good. From what's it called? Guardians of the Galaxy, Part 1, Volume 1. The guy with what's his name?
Yandu?
Yeah, Yandu. He's all blah 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 blah. Do it.
I've never seen that movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Do it.
Oh, whatever. I've done that one.
You've done it before. I think you've done it at work before.
Yeah, he's in it at work.
Yeah.
Have I? Yeah. I have to watch a scene that I could probably read it.
Oh my god. All right. So, I mean, that's a lot of good content there. You know what I mean? I love Star Wars. I'll keep watching it, whatever they pump out. You know what I mean? Even if it's The Forces of Destiny, I watched them. I watched all of them. I'm not saying that I enjoyed them as much as some other things, but regardless, I still watched it.
So you watched it to say that this was by far the worst of Star Wars?
Yes. I did not enjoy that.
Yeah.
I only watched one.
It was painful.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, the animation.
Well, for you though, good thing it was only painful for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on, man.
Yeah, that's it was bad, and I hope they don't continue with that animation style. You know,
can we add that into the rankings next time, just so we can get some flavor in there?
Right.
So I can give something below a 70.
How about this? We can do that if you watch them all.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
and they stay out.
You ask too much. I kill them all.
Oh my god.
The women, the children.
Yeah.
I slaughtered them. Sorry.
It's because the sand got in his socks. That's why he killed all of them.
Oh, Anakin was pissed.
He's just grumpy.
I don't like sand.
I put down the daily.
Damn it, dude. What if the other? Now this is pod racing. Please tell me you have that one.
I don't know.
No, you don't have that.
You are a failure.
Let's see. You like that line, right? You ready?
What line?
This is pod racing.
What line?
I like that line. I use it all the time. I don't know if I.
Oh, I thought you had it. You're trying to bait me into say something. So
No,
you can
no.
lie against me.
No. I don't know if I have
Tim, stop looking at your fantasy football lineup, bro.
Yeah. Someone just got hurt. Got to change it.
No, I don't think I have that one. I do have this one. Tim likes this one.
I don't think so. No one can kill a Jedi.
Then he kills all of them. I always love that picture. No one can kill a Jedi. It shows Obi-Wan's face like, really, bro? And then it shows him where he kills like 1 million of them. Not a million, but a lot. He kills a lot.
That's a lot of Jedi, right?
He kills Mundi's children.
Kiadi Mundi.
That loser.
What? He's a powerful Jedi.
Not according to the movies.
No, we'll talk about that.
A Mundi
little
movie?
bit.
I'm kidding.
Like, was it
Burn,
Nate?
baby, burn.
Was it Nate? Was it Nate that posted that? He's like, or was it? Well, maybe one of Nate's friends, where they're like, you said maybe a Kiadi Mundi movie.
Did I say that?
I think so. And then somebody posted like Oprah Winfree. You get a Star Wars spinoff, and you get a Star Wars, and you get a Star Wars spinoff.
Everybody gets a Star Wars spinoff.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Not as funny the way Kiadi Mundi died. Oh, what?
Really? It's not as bad as how Boba Fett died.
We'll discuss that.
Oh.
Still a touchy subject. Shouldn't be for you though. Boba Fett movie.
No. I won't be the judge of it.
Did we already cover if he died or not? Because
Who?
I don't.
Shh.
Boba Fett?
Boba Fett is
that
dead
argument.
until.
That was on the database?
You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Because I don't. If he's not dead, they can do a movie after that.
As opposed to
That would be
before
interesting.
that. Mhm.
But I just.
Just to see him like climb out of the Sarlacc pit, like that's the intro of the movie. Like he just comes out, you see a hand.
Dude, I can see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is. God damn it! This is the 5th time. Never come back to this stupid planet. Either he destroys the planet.
If he destroys it.
Mhm.
Nah.
You need 1,000 Star
kidding.
Destroyers with enough firepower.
Where you get a Star Destroyer from?
Where he just has like a shitload of thermal detonators in the core. In the Sarlacc pit, at the bottom, a burn, a double burn. Sorry.
Boba remained one
I'm just
of
looking.
Wait, let's listen here.
Boba remained one of Jabba the Hutt's most trusted enforcers and was a fixture in the Crime Lord's palace. During Luke Skywalker's daring rescue of Han Solo above the Sarlacc, Boba tried to subdue the Jedi, first with a grappling rope, then with blaster bolts. Before he could hit his target, however, Han accidentally slammed a pole into a bounty hunter's jetpack. It ignited, sending Boba careening into the side of Jabba's sail barge and tumbling into the man-eating pit. And that's where it ends. Unlike Mace Windu, who
But you said
says-
in Legends, though. You said Legends. He survived, right?
in Legends he survived. Of course, taken from the databanks, this is
Right.
canon.
No.
So as opposed to Mace Windu, where it says that he was thrown out the window and fell to his death, Boba Fett here does not say anything about his death.
He lives.
That he fell into the man-eating pit.
Well, you would be digested over 1,000 years. Damn 3PO.
We're getting a Boba Fett movie. Like,
Yeah,
where he
we
comes
are.
out of the pit.
Dude, that would be.
Yeah. Do it again.
Dude,
badass
I
opening,
could think
right?
about that. Dude, that'd be so awesome.
Mhm.
Like it'd just be like a black and white. You see him like falling in, and then like I don't know, and then eventually coming out. Okay.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow would make a good Boba Fett. I don't
Kid
know.
Harington?
Hey, no kidding.
Dude,
Yeah.
Right?
that would be badass.
Oh yeah.
How'd you like that? I think you would do fine.
What if
Needs to know
what if
what's
Kid
going on.
Harington played Jabba the Hutt? He just said that. Next.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
Tormund play Jabba. The way he looks at this woman. I'm trying to think of something.
I'm trying to think of something else is what I'm trying to think of. No.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of good stuff there. I mean, of course, I'd love them to continue making as many Star Wars movies as possible. I enjoy them. You know what I mean?
See, I will keep on watching them, but like I said, I feel like it's Disney's campaign of disinformation. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard like, oh, they confirmed Obi-Wan, oh, they confirmed Boba Fett, oh, they confirmed Yoda, oh, they confirmed Jabba the Hutt, especially in such a small time, all in succession.
Mhm.
To me, it was kind of like that first feeling. It's kind of like, what is too much? You know, and I hate to say it. Well, no. Well, I mean, to an extent, like, I mean, it's hard for me to say that as a Star Wars fan because I would still watch all of them. I'm still probably love all of them except for Yoda. Anyway, but if you have them keep on coming out, it's like, isn't that part of it? Like, you have to wait so long to get a Star Wars movie, like it build up to anticipation and makes it, you know, almost better because you have to wait. But then it's like you blink and like, oh, here's another Star Wars film. Like, it's just how much is too much is I guess what I'm trying to ask.
No, you know what I think? I'm sorry. I don't know if I cut anybody off there.
No one was talking,
But
you can continue,
because,
sir.
Because I mean,
Move along.
Oh. But me growing up, I loved comic books and comic book series. But let's just take the X-Men, for instance. We have the X-Men,
Please
the
don't tell
Uncanny
me.
X-Men,
Don't say
the
X-Men.
Astonishing X-Men. You know what I mean? There's so many comic books that it's almost impossible to keep up with all of them.
Yeah.
So you get to choose which way you want to go.
Yeah.
And then every so often, every year or so, you get a crossover where it combines almost everybody from that universe into one big event that happens.
Right.
Which I see the core films, episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I see these branched off of movies and cartoons and comic books and video games and all that is the stuff that you don't necessarily have to see, play, you know what I mean, or buy in order to appreciate the core if you just want to watch the core. Some people will want to watch all of it. You know what I mean? They'll want to get every comic book, every story, every toy, every video game, every cartoon. They're going to want to see it, want to delve into it. And then you have some of us who would just watch the core movies, the episodes, and maybe some of the anthologies. Maybe not even all the anthologies. You know what I mean? So me as a collector when I was younger, as you can see by my table, this is like barely part of my collection, but there's so many things. I see it that way. You're actually just collecting information about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And you choose whether you want how much you want. They're actually giving you that option. Do you want all of it, which is very difficult to do? Do you just want a little bit, or do you just want the core of it? And that's the way I see it.
No, I agree with you. And it's kind of like, having all these books or something, like, it's just a different medium. Like, it is a continuation. Like, this is just how the majority of people today receive it.
Yeah.
And I agree with that too. It's just, I just hope that this in the long run doesn't, in a sense, disenfranchise anyone over the long haul, because
it will for some people, it will, but for people who appreciate Star Wars, like I said, I think it gives them that option. Well, and like you said, the anticipation, the event, creating an event.
I don't think it gives them the option at all, because if I see a Jabba the Hutt movie, as a fan, I'm still going to watch it, but I may not care about it.
Well, yeah.
There is no option. So.
No, there is, because, like I said, like me, if I wanted just to buy and read the Uncanny X-Men, I would do that, right? Being like the core movies. And then if it starts branching off, I might pick up, the Astonishing X-Men, that copy, because it has something to do with what I'm reading.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to buy the whole series. You know what I mean? So same thing with the anthology movies and stuff. But that's just my take.
Sure, I give you. No,
that's just my take.
I'll give that to you.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different for everybody. How about you guys? Would y'all? I mean, it's difficult, right? Because they got books, magazines, they got cartoons, they got toys. I mean, even the toys have small backstories on that certain character. You know what I mean? So that's content on its own. You know what I mean? That we might not get from the comic books and video games and all that stuff. So there's so much merchandise and information out there that it's impossible almost to get it all.
Yeah.
So in essence, what you're talking about has already happened. Too much? Is it too much? Because Star Wars toys have been coming out from the 70s and giving you information on the back cards.
I don't buy them,
though. I know you don't, but a lot of people do.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm just posing the question.
No, and I think you're right. That's a big possibility for that to happen. Somebody's like, what, this is... I used to like Star Wars, but this is too much now. I don't want to watch
like I'll never not like Star Wars. It's just I just see like all that coming, and I'm just kind of like.
You feel
like if a Jabba the Hutt movie comes out, let's just say for me, because I've already made a stink about it. Like if the Jabba the Hutt movie comes out, am I going to be thinking what else could they have done, and they decide to go this route, or will this and somehow, and I know in a sense it won't, but will this and somehow take away from one of the core story movies? Like will this somehow taint something else?
Would you feel that way about the NFL?
Where are we going?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of like, it's the same thing with the NFL, right? You only get it for 5-6 months.
Yeah.
Like, let's say if it was year round, because they expanded to Europe and Japan.
Well, I would agree that it would take away from it.
Right?
Yeah.
Those are along the lines that you're going. It's no longer an event. The anticipation's not there.
Well, right. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, that's what happened to soccer too, right? Because
What's soccer?
Football.
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 Sorry, I'm already trying to change my lingo up here.
Trying to cater to all of our listeners.
All the international fans.
Yeah.
Then call it football,
International.
not American football.
Do it for me one time. Increíble, mano.
I can't, dude. That's the one thing I can't mimic. You know, whatever. You take mine.
Well, we're hitting the halfway point of our podcast, so I don't know. Are y'all good on the talking about these spin-off movies? And y'all have y'all seen anything? Have you heard anything else about the Battlefront game? No, nothing new.
Oh, no. The only thing I saw was the image of Yoda flying.
Oh yeah,
Like flying, or
No,
he
he
was
was
getting back?
It was in one of the wings. I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
In the game?
Like you see
Yeah.
him in one of the battles, and the camera's like right behind his ears, like right. You see him flying.
Did you only see?
That's interesting to see him do that.
He has big ears.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like you see this part, and the camera's right here, and then you see like the space in front of him as he's flying through.
Like a TIE fighter?
I don't know what
a Jedi Starfighter.
Well, I think that's what part of it. Like you can do, like fighting, like online fighting with other people, and you can customize what you do.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's possible you could see Yoda in a TIE fighter or something.
But it was this was animated. It wasn't gameplay. Like it was like
like a cutscene.
It was like a cutscene.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That's different.
But it tripped me out. Never seen him do that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that before either.
They didn't they release new photos for Last Jedi?
Did they?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
They did.
There's
a few. Nothing really. The only interesting one was two interesting ones I saw.
What was like that?
The ones that they
guard?
Huh?
Snoke's possible guard, like the red.
Oh yeah, his red guard.
I'll just call them.
Oh, the ones that
I'll
have
just
that
call
like,
them.
shield.
I'll just call them the red coats.
The red coats.
Oh.
Who are they?
I'm assuming.
First order.
Go.
I'm
The first order.
I'm counting the 60 seconds to try to cool down. Go ahead.
60 seconds.
So you'll be quiet for 60 seconds, Micah? Liar. No. But I think that kind of, because remember we were watching the behind the scenes and we are seeing like Rey go against, a couple people. We're seeing Kylo Ren go against a couple people. Like, we're like, oh, can that many people be going against blah, blah, blah? Like, well, maybe one of them is going to be fighting those guards because weren't the guys like fighting Rey? Weren't they it looked like they had staffs too?
Yeah, they did.
And that's kind of like what those guards have.
They could be like electro staffs or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like, it looked like that seemed more specific. It made sense. Like, maybe she'd be fighting them versus someone else.
Yeah. That new staff that they had. The one that just opened up like that.
Oh, yeah. It looks like claws. Yeah, there you go.
See that?
I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Or it was in the behind the
trailer.
scenes. Yeah. He kind of clinched it down and
there's like a couple of them standing together, and then they both did it at the same time, and then the weapon clauses opened up.
But we're talking,
it looked like a scythe, like the hook, and then like the hook opened up into two spikes.
Yeah, but that might be. But those were first order troopers. What he's talking about are those
The red guard.
Imperial. I'm saying Imperial Guard.
Imperial-esque guard.
Yeah, something like that.
Snoke's guards, maybe.
Could be possibly.
Yeah. I think those are his guards.
Okay,
the way Palpatine had his red.
What do you think about I don't want to say the pictures, but like the costuming that you've seen from the pictures that they've put out of The Last Jedi?
Of
anybody.
everybody?
Yeah.
I like it. I think, can I look that up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is it under?
How about you, Sarah? Have you seen some of the new pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
They're very bougie.
Bourgeois.
What? I don't think I would call them bougie.
I think they look bougie.
What's a bougie? What's a bougie? For everybody who's over 40.
And for anyone else who may not fully grasp
explain
that
this.
It's just like over the top, like your class money. You have those big coats going over the top with like.
Because I misunderstood
True.
bougie for
True.
yeah.
Like this one.
So bourgeois.
Nice bougie.
I'm
So-
thinking about killing
Oh
myself.
my God. So over the top is bougie.
Yeah.
Bad.
Don't you mean? So is that short for bourgeois? Is that short for bullshit, Tim? I kind of got the feeling like that casino plan that they're gonna have or whatever.
This is
But I think
high
that's
class.
like the normal garbs of like the politicians.
Well,
in the
because
movies.
throughout like the whole like the Star Wars, all these movies that we see, it's always you see the rags over riches. Like you always see the
True.
people, the slaves, the whatever, the peasants.
Mhm.
You see all these people who are poor. You never really get to see the high class. So we're finally going to get that with this movie.
We saw a little bit though in the prequels, like when they were at Coruscant with all like the senators and the
Yeah.
and shit.
Yes.
But no, I see what you mean. I just think it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Sorry,
Whoa.
that was my fault.
Lewis, can we get this under control?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. So they look like.
And hi
I
everyone
think
for
they're
who
all-
recently joined. Thanks for watching us.
Yeah, I think Albert.
You need
and
no name?
Donald are in there.
Yeah.
No name.
But I mean,
It kind of like, you know how Padme in the beginning, she had like the crazy hair and the crazy outfits. It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
I know y'all were talking about the higher class one.
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of expanding
royalty,
now.
kind of,
Yeah.
sort of,
Yeah.
Makes
a little bit under
sick.
royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you sick.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
Where are we going
I
with
don't, want
that
you to
one?
be, I don't want you to be sick.
Sick of you.
Well,
So
don't offer me a trade.
They look like
You're like, I don't want anything.
I think I got a solid team, bro.
Yeah.
They look
What?
like Lannisters.
Dressed like Lannisters.
True.
The way Tommen was dressed.
Hmm.
Yeah. That
Was that before or after he fell?
before?
Oh.
What?
Actually, the day he jumped. That's what.
Oh, I thought all that cushion was supposed to be like padding when he hit the ground.
He wasn't bougie enough.
All right, so we had the pictures. What's next? There's nothing too much new for the pictures, though.
No.
Yeah, there was. No, there wasn't.
That's all there was.
Right.
I'm gonna stop you to say,
Okay.
"Oh, you're right."
There's,
God.
there's another still that I had. I don't know if it was intriguing to me. It's kind of interesting. It's like there's the hut, I guess, that Luke's in. Like you see him standing at the doorway, and you see
Oh yeah.
Rey standing just outside, a couple feet away from him, and then right next to her is like a bench. Like she had just been waiting for him. Well, I don't know what he was doing. Did he go in to get something?
He changed his
came back
arm
out.
I run diagnostics on my arm.
Went to get the Terminator hand out of the glass.
No, yeah, it really does.
With
Look at
Skynet.
the
Skynet.
Skynet can't catch me here. There's no Wi-Fi.
So, who wants Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Star Wars movie? Hands in the middle. One.
Whoa!
Two.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Sorry.
I went over the edge. I'm sorry, guys.
What if we saw
The
him as a
Galaxy
sen-
Police?
What if we saw him as like a senator or something?
I was trying to give him a part.
Yeah. Next topic.
What if he played Boba Fett?
What if it-
but the armor didn't fit it?
No.
His muscle sticking out. Shoulder muscle, arm, elbow muscle, arm.
I used to wear this armor. It doesn't fit me anymore.
Oh my god.
What would he play? He could have some kind of like weird politician role.
That's governor.
He finally becomes the president or something, like the head of
Yeah.
the Supreme Council or something. Yeah, from my planet of California.
Oh my god.
Part of the Senate.
So,
And they try to
One.
attack him and then he kicks their ass.
who wants Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Star Wars movie? 1,
I can't do it.
2,
Too much.
3.
No.
Oh my god, that would be so cool.
On this basis, she is not fit to be Judge Coolsby
Well,
for this stuff.
the judge is wise. Who got the judge?
Get to the Falcon.
Get to the Falcon. Go
Yeah.
now. Go now. Oh my god. That's good. That's some good stuff, right?
I think I have to go.
Get to the Falcon now.
Yes. Come
Oh,
on.
go. What's the line?
Chewie's all running around. And you finally just hear Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice. This is bullshit. Takes off the head, and it's really him. And it cost him this whole time.
You lost me.
Oh.
Izzy got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's too fucking hot in here.
He's chewing.
Get to the Falcon.
What if he played a part like? What if there's like a lot of Ewoks, but there's just like a lot of Schwarzeneggers?
Oh my god.
I think that would be really close to a Terminator movie.
Planet of the Schwartz, the planet of the Schwartz.
Quickly comb the desert.
Comb
Got the
the
turn.
Oh my goodness!
A why yogurt.
I eat yogurt.
You know, they actually were talking about, just slightly off topic,
Mhm.
they were talking about, because I think James Cameron was coming back to do a Terminator movie.
I think I heard about that.
And they did a kind of like an animation on Arnold Schwarzenegger looking young again.
Mhm.
And that they were the reason that you kept on seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger reappearing as like different models throughout the movies
Mhm.
was because is that he was a real person, and that they just said like that was their ideal candidate
For a Terminator.
for Terminator for their machine to cast off as, like the muscle structure and everything.
Okay. That
That'd be
makes sense.
kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So back to Star Wars.
In the HoloNet, Skynet, whatever. Do y'all want to do this?
They see Earth in Star Wars, and it's Earth and nothing but machines now.
Isn't it though?
No. Yes. Maybe?
Hmm?
Huh?
Facebook had to shut it down.
Facebook did shut it down.
Is Enterprise in episode 1?
Huh?
What?
You're talking Star Trek?
I know.
Oh, you have been banned.
I saw this picture yesterday, and there was like it showed there's like Padme, and then there's like a window behind her, and you see the city, and then like vehicles flying across the city, whatever. Well, that one that was going across the screen was the shape of the Enterprise,
No.
and it was.
See,
I
too. I've become physically ill.
I mean, they already have ET in there.
What?
Well, they have to be in the same universe. I mean, you hate me for this, but I like the Star Trek movies too.
I do.
And in one of
Blasphemy.
in the Star Trek movie, one of the movies, you do see R2-D2.
No.
No, you don't.
Swear to God,
See, I need to see this.
Maybe as a pop culture
R2's
thing.
in there. There's like when there's I think it's the one with Khan. There's like an explosion going off. Maybe it's not the one with Khan. It's the one before.
Maybe you don't know what you're talking about.
No,
Tim.
look, hey, R2's in there. He's in Star Trek. There's an explosion
That'd be
like
too
while all
big.
this debris is flying across the ship, you see R2 like flying in space with the debris.
Just floating.
It was a gag.
But they've already
No, it was a gag. They took the picture, they manipulated it in Photoshop, and then
E.T. in Star Wars is a gang.
That's
No,
not a
that
gag.
was-
That's
that was on
completely different,
purpose.
though.
Well, that was on
That was
purpose. That was on purpose.
Steven Spielberg once upon a time was friends with George Lucas. That's why he was in
The
there.
Enterprise was also on purpose.
No.
You just don't want it to happen.
No.
You just don't want
no,
to believe it.
No. I
Look
repeat,
it up.
no. Hell no. No.
Tim, how about this? Homework for you. Bring us proof that the Enterprise is in Star Wars, and bring us proof that
Thank you.
R2-D2 is in Star Trek,
I will.
and then we'll discuss that on the next
I
one.
think you can take,
Yes.
you can stick it in your database and shut up, jazz.
You got it.
Is that what you're?
I just had to
Got
bring
it.
that up. I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's good. That's good. You're doing research.
I think I would actually.
I like it. Oh, speaking of research,
I thought you said speaking of throwing up.
have you done research on Boba Fett and Kiarimundi?
I've done a little bit of research for myself.
Yeah,
You're watching films.
films. What kind of films? Disgusting.
I can't see it.
We're gonna take a short break from our sponsor, Bedford
So the
Tools.
You're like, I'm gonna have to
Scary.
take a shower real quick. my god.
Was it Ace Ventura? Like he burns the clothes.
Yes.
Borax or something.
Oh my god. Well, I know we promised our viewers and podcast listeners that we were going to have a debate / courtroom setting where Tim and I have charged Boba Fett with having the lamest death as opposed to Ki-Adi-Mundi. And we're going to defend Ki-Adi-Mundi and his death scene.
Yeah, say something.
So, Tim, do you want to take the opening argument?
With Mundi being the better death?
Nah, well, as Boba Fett, we're charging
Boba Fett had the worst death over.
Unless you want to come
Ki-Adi-Mundi.
to the dark side, we'll have cookies later. Dun-dun-dun. No. Why this guy is a loser in the coffee.
No.
First of all, Boba Fett was such a badass. He is a badass. Okay.
Well, before you start, Tim, I just want to say to our judge,
why we
value
Judge Cool.
your final ruling.
Oh God. Okay.
And
yes,
before Tim, go ahead. Before we present our opening case,
fuck for that.
You have to ask to see if you can be excused from the courtroom. From the honorable and wise Judge Coolsby.
I am the law.
Oh my God.
That is one strike for insubordination. I will hold you in contempt of court.
Dun, dun.
My associate has gone to collect more evidence.
Oh, okay.
Because he just said
you will find intriguing. He's back. Pulled the evidence that we will need to show that Boba Fett's death scene was more lame than Ki-Adi-Mundi's scene. Tim, would you like to begin without interruption? Our opening statement, please.
She is a judge. You can't tell me shit about not saying anything.
Judge,
Sorry.
please.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate that.
Go back to take a Ki-Adi-Mundi, shoot your ass.
So after his jetpack was damaged, he went down into the pit. This guy, he didn't even try. He wasn't trying to He has so much more gear on him. Like, why couldn't he propel himself out of there? Like with using his weapons. He has a rocket with him. Why can't he shoot that off somewhere to where it shoots him in another direction to get out of the pit?
Also, Judge, I'd like to add to that Lando Calrissian was halfway in the pit, had no weapons. He did have a little bit of help from Han Solo. But how much longer was he hanging onto that pit with no weapons, and Boba Fett with a flamethrower wrist rocket launcher on his back.
Yes.
And Lando Calrissian not only survived the pit, but he lasted longer sliding down to the pit.
And
we have not finished our opening statement yet.
This is an opening statement?
This is our opening statement.
Okay.
Thanye you. Appreciate it.
Should we have a timer or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've already exceeded 2 minutes.
And with the way the Sarlacc pit works, Lando should have been the first one to get swallowed by the pit with the layers, like the teeth that he has or the mouth that it has. So we go from one area to another until he gets to the very bottom. There's nothing he can do. And he didn't get to the bottom. He just stayed there.
Yeah. And with our other 2 minutes, perhaps we should give our
other 2 minutes?
Yeah. She gave us 2 minutes.
4. Y'all get 4.
Yeah.
4 and 4. I'm assuming that was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That was like 3 minutes.
Judge, she's taking some more of our time again.
Judge got the impartial judge.
So, with Ki-Adi-Mundi's death, though, he did not know from the Clone Wars that the dark side had implanted chips into the brain of the clone troopers. And those were not activated until the moment Order 66 was executed. At that point, Ki-Adi-Mundi was surrounded by, at minimum, 8 clone troopers, all with high-powered weapons set to kill in the midst of war, in the midst of all that confusion. How could one Jedi against, at minimum, on the battlefield, 8 clone troopers set to kill, defeat them?
No,
at least he put... Judge, please. Tim, I'll give you the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
God, that was boring.
Oh, God.
You'll get your time in court.
Tim, get 20 seconds.
I'll have to take that for the case. That's it.
All right, that's our closing statement.
That's it.
Closing statement or opening statement?
I'm sorry, that's the closing to our opening statement.
All right, next side. You have 4 minutes.
How ridiculous.
Uh-uh.
Okay. First off, I will have to prove to y'all that not only was Ki-Adi-Mundi's death lamer, but that Boba Fett succumbed to the element in a sense that his jetpack did malfunction, but he wasn't launched to the outside of the pit itself, but more to the inside of the pit itself. Like he was already flying into it. He wasn't grappled in and had an opportunity to swing himself out. Second to that, Ki-Adi-Mundi was supposed to be some badass Jedi warrior who can sense things, who can also has force abilities like jump super high, use the force push and everything to knock him down and everything. He just sensed it the last second. He may not have known about the implants inside the actual clone troopers for the Order 66, but he did sense it before they started shooting within a couple seconds. So does he not have the abilities to do a force jump, to jump out of the situation? And then in the same token, he could have force pushed him and ran away. We've also seen him in Clone Wars actually fight multiple assailants and defend himself well.
2 minutes, 45 seconds.
No.
You want to defend Boba?
I already did a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, any more? That's it?
Well, no,
With
they're
that?
just flabbergasting for 4 minutes for no reason. I'd rather just attack their statements in mid-sentence, so. Unless you want to say something. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So, Tim, you want to begin with your counter statement to what the defendant over there had to say?
Yes. You saying he launched his, or he was not, or he was more towards the center when he fell into the Sarlacc pit, causing him to be swallowed up. Right?
How about this? I will
Is that
ask
not what you said?
for clarification.
Judge,
I will ask.
Judge, that's what he said.
I will ask for
Can you
clarification.
read back the notes?
Yeah.
A statement.
I will ask for clarification under y'all's interpretation. Did he fall into the middle of it, or did he roll into it? Right?
We're
Which
asking
one?
you.
You have to prove that his death was lamer.
Mm-hmm. So
you have to explain to me why his death is lamer. When I start talking about Ki-Adi-Mundi, then you can defend him. But you're trying to make the assertion to me that Boba Fett's death is lamer.
Yeah, it is.
So therefore, did he fall into the middle of the pit? Or was he dragged into it? Did he roll into it? Did he...
He gave up on life.
Did he heal? Did he heal?
He felt
Click?
sorry for himself.
I agree, Tim.
He just looked up and saw what the world needs.
So since I'm going to ask
He
you,
saw Han Solo alive again, and he gave up on life.
He's like,
so since you can't answer the question, I'm going to assume you don't know them.
Well, taken from the movies,
Okay.
Boba Fett got one-upped by a blind man.
No, that's not the question I
And-
asked. Did he fall?
Well,
into
I'm getting
the,
to that.
Did
I'm
he
getting
fall into the middle
Judge, I
of the pit?
object. He's
Object to
Yeah.
what?
yes.
I'm looking
He's not
for
letting me speak.
Videographic evidence.
He's not letting me
overall.
speak. Judge, please.
I'd like to ask if we can get some Kleenex for the plaintiffs over here.
Yes. However, I am getting to your point, but if I could be allowed to speak.
No one's stopping you.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Thank you,
You
Judge.
were?
Am I physically
you
restricting
were?
him?
Oh my god.
So-
He can talk. Maybe just know what to hear.
So Boba Fett was subdued pretty much by a blind man who hit his jetpack Boba Fett, a Mandalorian who would know everything around him, who had his helmet on that gives readouts, just like a stormtrooper, just like Darth Vader, of everything surrounding him. And he didn't know that a blind man was standing right next to him.
Objection,
And
Your
he
Honor. Is he coming to a
Wait,
point?
wait.
Is he coming to a point?
You're listening.
That's
to
a
it.
He's not
sustained-
coming to a
You're
point.
listening.
That's
to
yes,
it.
I am. She sustained that.
Then continue.
So once his jetpack was activated, he should have been able to, at that point, because he has used jetpacks before, been able to maneuver with that jetpack, regardless of whether it was activated by himself or by somebody else. He had at least 30 to 45 feet from hitting the cell barge to Jabba's cell barge in order to gain control of
Again,
the
the
jetpack.
question has not been answered. You're
Wait.
making a point.
I'm getting to that.
You're getting to it
Wait.
like 5 minutes ago.
Okay. So he rolled.
He rolled into it.
He rolled.
Thank you for answering the
He hit
question,
and he
Your
rolled.
Honor.
He hit and he rolled.
He hit and he rolled.
Yes.
How many times did he flip over? Roll.
Flip
What?
over.
Yes.
He rolled into it towards the outer rim, and he rolled into the pit itself.
Because he might have committed suicide.
He did not commit suicide.
Oh my
He
god.
rolled, and he rolled again, and he rolled again.
Maybe he thought he was on fire. He stopped, dropped, and rolled.
So he wants to
He
fill up.
rolled 3 times.
He's going to add 10 adjectives to
once,
one
not
verb in
twice.
the middle of using it to get to the core point.
But isn't
itself.
that lame that it took him, that he never gained control of his own jetpack that he used? His father showed him how to use it. That's in his DNA. He has Mandalorian armor on. He slammed into Jabba's cell barge, fell down, still wasn't able to get up. He has reflexes of a Mandalorian warrior that should probably end up taking over Mandalore. Then
Hardcore.
I can admit he rolled, but should that not have even come to that point?
Okay.
Should he have
Okay,
not
despite-
gotten to that point?
Despite, doesn't matter how he got hit. His jetpack was malfunctioned. Yes. He flew for 30, what do you say?
Let's say 30
He
to
flew
40
for
feet.
30 to 40 feet. But with the jetpack, it doesn't take that long. It took an estimate from when he got hit for the jetpack to when he hit the cell barge, what, 3 seconds? 5 seconds? I'll give you 5 seconds.
You know,
He
an
was
NFL
already-
quarterback has to make a choice
We're
within
not
3
in the
seconds.
NFL, you bastard.
And I think Boba Fett,
Objection,
if
you
he-
word usage.
I think
He should have done his checkdowns with his weapons.
he should've.
Anyway, he
He
got
had
hit.
the-
He was disoriented. It took at the most absolute most 5 seconds before he hit the cell barge. Even with armor, he could have easily been concussed, knocked out, and he rolled in the pit. There was after that point of him hitting the cell barge, he makes no other motion other than rolling, which is due to gravity.
I
in
would
the
say
state
if
of
we
That's
could-
a lot of
if-
armor and some strong armor.
No.
Judge Goolsby, if you can
it's-
strike,
oh my
if you
God.
can strike from the evidence case, we do not know if Boba Fett was concussed or not.
Yeah,
we
it
don't
doesn't
know-
really stop and say dude got knocked out.
What?
It doesn't stop and say he got knocked out. He's
It-
flying. He hit the thing, not even head first.
Stricken, is
He
that
hit it from the
stricken?
side, yeah.
It doesn't
Thank
have to
you.
be stricken.
I think it should be stricken, and Judge agrees with me.
Okay,
It has
so
to be
so they
stricken.
made their point of how Boba Fett's death is lame.
Well, we were getting
Lamest.
through that.
So question them about how what's the
Kiadu.
dude? Thank you. How his death is more honorable than Boba Fett. Cross examination.
Honorable or lame?
It was very honorable. He fought dying for the Republic. For
Charlie
the-
Mooney did not die fighting. He died like a bitch.
How many did he kill?
That's not a question.
Before he
That is
died?
a declarative statement.
So cross examination.
So, again, how many seconds were there as a Jedi, as being able to see things with foresight, with being able to feel things with the Force and everything? How long did it take from him stopping in place, turning around, and thinking or feeling like, oh, something's wrong before they shot him? About the same 3 to 5 seconds that Boba Fett had.
No, it takes much shorter to turn around.
He didn't turn fully around.
No?
He stopped and he looked back. But what I'm saying is, from that point
He
where
turned
he
around.
stopped in place to where they fired their weapons at him, how long did it take?
Judge, you're looking at it now.
I know. Hang on. Okay.
Reviewing evidence.
Yes. Okay.
Is that on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he's leading them into battle, right? He's like, "Come on, guys, let's go."
Let's go.
And he's got his lightsaber ready. He turns around and he's like, "Why aren't y'all coming?" And they shoot him.
Okay, but
How long did that take, Judge? For him, I would say
for him to turn around and notice that they weren't following him anymore.
I would say from the point of his look of confusion.
Okay.
No, not the look of
Because-
confusion, from the motion when he stopped, because that's when he went to begin investigating.
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
So 3 seconds.
Okay, so almost about the same amount of time it took Boba Fett to hit the barge, where I will make the argument that he possibly was concussed. Possibly. Okay? So at the same time, Boba Fett was, yes, a Mandalorian warrior, a badass, but a Jedi should be able to sense things and has been described by other Jedi, can sense things as they happen right then and there. So it takes him 3 seconds to realize, oh shit, something's about to happen. Does he not have the ability to force jump? A majority of Jedi have it.
The area in, excuse me, do I have time?
You can talk. This is open discussion.
All right. The field of battle that he was in was clouded with both darkness and light. So he is very difficult to see.
But he has the
what
Force, does he not?
is going on when you have hundreds of both sides fighting each other.
Doesn't matter.
That does matter.
It does not matter because it was clear enough in that scene. It wasn't to the point like 1 foot and then you can't see anything.
There was a point.
Even
clearly,
Yoda has expressed
at the
during
point,
battle.
at the point of
Judge,
when
I'd
he
like to
stopped,
make this point that would help Kiadi-Mundi's case, is that even Anakin did not know the...
And I will make the objection because Anakin has nothing to do with the case of whoever.
It does, because Anakin is a Jedi.
We're using a Jedi.
Yes.
Force
And Anakin being a more powerful Jedi than Kiadi-Mundi, would you not agree to that?
Depends on what context. Depends on what context you're talking about. Speed.
That's confusing me just like the judge. So I would think that
you're giving me an
opinion,
example. He is a Jedi. I will give that to you.
Okay,
but
so let's just go with
sense?
that.
In what sense is he more equipped than Kiadi-Mundi? By speed?
No, I would say, let's just say he's a Jedi, just like Kiadi-Mundi.
Okay.
Okay.
So he can be.
That being said,
but putting it on
Anakin
that scale,
Skywalker,
Judge, I need a specificity from because on that scale, a Yoda is so wise and so powerful, can see all these things, versus one of the weakling Jedis that landed on Geonosis and died within seconds.
Anakin's a weakling Jedi.
I would not make the argument, but what I'm saying is that you need to be specific as to compare him to Anakin. Just because he's a Jedi doesn't mean anything, because as we also agree.
So who would you compare Kiadi-Mundi to? So I can
this is not my case. This is your case. You brought the comparison between him and Anakin Skywalker. Then you needed to clarify in what essence is he like Anakin Skywalker.
You would say the power of foresight.
The power of foresight?
Mm-hmm. So
like wisdom, right?
No, wisdom does not mean foresight.
Okay, so what in the movies has shown that Anakin's had real foresight?
Well, his dreams, his
that's premonitions. That's not foresight.
Yeah, that is.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, I count that as foresight.
Yeah, it is.
You can count it all you want to, but it's not the same
Judge,
thing.
would you make a ruling?
Him having
that foresight?
Him having a nightmare as a premonition is something that may happen in the future is not the same thing as having foresight in the sense of realizing things as they happen.
If it's given to him by the Force, it's foresight.
That's not foresight. That's a premonition, and they discuss that within Jedi abilities.
Or you can count that as both.
What would you
I
say,
think they're
Judge?
different.
They're different?
They're
Okay. So if the judge says they're different, thank you, Judge, for making that statement.
He's gonna give you some chocolate after this too. He's just buttering up to you.
No.
Make sure you got a roll too.
Buttering the roll. So what the point I was going to try to make before Micah expounded that beyond what needed to be.
As you said, it's been stricken from the record. Continue.
That even Anakin Skywalker.
Again, objection. You can't compare.
Let him finish.
You can't compare to Anakin Skywalker.
Well,
You just said it was thrown out.
He's a Jedi.
In some cases,
He's still a Jedi. They still have similar talents.
In
Whether
some-
or not.
Thank
he's
you, Judge.
what?
in some case arguments we can pull from Anakin Skywalker versus the Galaxy case.
She wants to hear what I have to say. So, Judge, even Pong Krell, right, who took over for Anakin Skywalker, who was already part of the dark side, Anakin didn't sense that. Anakin let Pong Krell take over his 501st Division, and while Anakin went off back to the Jedi Temple where he was called to. So what I'm trying to get at is Kiadi-Mundi did not sense that Order 66 had happened until the very last second. Even Anakin Skywalker, with a dark, I don't want to say Sith, but a dark side Jedi, he handed over his troops to him and didn't even know that he was a Dar with Dooku. So how could Ki-Adi-Mundi in that short of a time, when another Jedi couldn't even sense that there was another dark Jedi next to him, right next to him, gave him his own troops, said, "Here, take care of my troops, lead them into battle." And Ki-Adi-Mundi had 3 seconds to make that decision to a battlefield full of clone troopers that were ready to kill him.
Okay, are you done?
I don't know if Tim had anything to add to that.
No, you're done, because it's still open discussion. This is not closing argument.
I'm going to save it until...
Okay.
Is a Mandalorian warrior, which they're all apparently equivalent, as are all Jedi are equivalent, would you rather have a Mandalorian warrior at your side or a Jedi at your side? Remember, you've tried to make the case that all Jedi are equivalent to one another. So all Mandalorian warriors are equivalent to one another.
Didn't. The judge
she actually did not make that assertion.
Oh, I think you did, didn't you?
Because we didn't talk about specificity. We made the general comment that she said that all Jedi are together. I'm talking about specificity. So having said that, would you rather have a Mandalorian warrior at your side, or would you rather have a Jedi at your side?
I'd rather have a Jedi for protection.
You'd rather have a Jedi for protection. So what this case has come down to is 3 to 5 seconds. Boba Fett had 3 to 5 seconds before I'll make the argument again that I'm talking. You got to make your point, and I didn't interrupt you for the last 2 minutes or whatever it was.
Yes, but at the very beginning you did interrupt. So I just want to make this
interrupted each other.
Give me 5 seconds.
1, 2, 3. Talk.
So what I was going to say is that.
Why shall pick me to be judge? Okay.
That was funny.
That was more.
I want to record that he just spent 10 seconds and still wasting time.
Okay.
You're still wasting time right now saying this is
So,
wasting time.
No, because I'm
What I wanted to say was that he keeps saying 3 to 5 seconds when it's on his side. When it's on our side, it's only 3 seconds for Boba Fett.
No.
So the time frame for him is he's changing it every time.
I disagree.
It goes back
So
and
let's
forth.
average.
No,
both
I said
have 4 seconds to react, right?
I said
Thank
3
you,
to 5
Judge.
seconds.
I
Both have 4
appreciate it.
seconds
Both
to react.
cases.
Both have 4 seconds to react, right?
4 seconds.
Wish we had
Thank
a
you.
fair judge.
I appreciate that, Judge.
What?
If you were listening before he cut me off, I said 3 to 5 seconds is what we're coming down to
Yeah.
for both sides, for
Yes.
both Boba Fett
Yeah.
and for both Jedi. And as your side has made the declaration that you would rather have a Jedi at your side, I would also guess because of foreshadowing. I would guess because of premonitions. I would guess because they probably think faster than a Mandalorian would. No? Yes? Maybe?
No, because the technology he has in his helmet could actually make up for that.
Like a lightsaber? It's going to stop a lightsaber blow?
Well,
It's going to stop a disorientation from getting hit.
He
It's
has
going to stop
grappling
them
hooks.
from being... Okay, so what about forced jump?
I have a question.
He has a jetpack.
Okay, so you feel yourself falling, right? What's your immediate action?
Falling?
Falling. You feel yourself falling. Like, holy shit, I'm falling.
You wanna
Sorry.
okay if you
like,
first.
you want to
brace yourself.
stop yourself.
And he was
Boba Fett didn't
defenseless.
do anything.
Exactly, he was defenseless.
He was not defenseless. He had, like, a freaking utility belt and stuff.
I was saying defenseless in the sense when he was falling, he made no movement, no action to stop himself from falling, as you said it,
Right.
which further leads to the argument that he possibly was concussed. He possibly got knocked out.
These are all possibilities. We've actually used facts, I think, Judge.
What facts have you made?
We made the fact that Anakin Skywalker did not sense a dark Jedi next
Again,
to him.
no relevance.
Okay.
I think it's time for closing arguments.
Okay. Close it. I'll let Tim take
Okay.
closing arguments because I think he had something valuable to say.
4 minutes.
Okay.
Is it 4 minutes necessary?
It's 4 minutes.
Bundy actually tried right before he died. He blocked a couple of shots, then got hit. He was getting shot at by 8 weapons. It was 8 soldiers, 8 shots. Was no visual in more shots, but he did block a couple, then took the hits. I think even if he force jumped back or force jumped out the way, he has 8 soldiers in formation, 4 low, 4 high, so they have both the low and high ground, and and so even if he did that in that formation with 8 shots at the same time, he's still gonna get hit. And the thing is, he tried, he blocked shots and then got hit.
Is that all you got to? Are you going to keep going?
Yeah, I think that's all I have.
Judge, this is what I have for my closing statement, is that Ki-Adi-Mundi, like Tim here was saying, that he was fighting against trained, highly equipped soldiers, cloned, trained almost from birth to destroy their target. Boba Fett fell into a stationary pit that has been there for over 1,000 years. And I don't see how Boba Fett, with his Mandalorian training, his technology in his helmet, the weaponry at his belt, like you mentioned, on his arms, on his helmet, on his back, on his feet, with all these weapons that he had available to him, to somehow not be able to get out of that situation would lead me, and I hope you, to rule in our favor to say that Boba Fett's death is so much lamer than Ki-Adi-Mundi's fight.
Batman would have got out of there.
Batman would have gotten out of there. And his last stand for his fight for the Republic. And that we'll give as our final statement.
Okay. Darkseid?
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all done?
Y'all have 4
I was
minutes.
falling asleep.
Y'all have 4 minutes to waste the time.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Keep in mind, Yoda only fought 3. Twice.
He talked during my closing statement twice.
Well, you're
now.
not using your time.
I am using my time.
For what?
Formulating an opinion. I could spend 4 minutes how I wish.
You don't have an opinion yet?
You get an extra 5 seconds.
10 seconds now.
10.
The argument can be made that, the conversation is brought up that, Boba Fett is this badass Mandalorian warrior. He has all his technology to help him, battling to defend and whatnot. But then we're going to simply look away from Ki-Adi-Mundi's same abilities that he's been trained since birth. Or not necessarily birth, but since a very young age. And then even the council on this side wants to dictate that they would rather have a Jedi at their side for many reasons. Technology themselves as a lightsaber, just general abilities, and even using the Force around them. It comes down to an average of 4 seconds, as the Honorable Judge Coolsby has made. This comes down to 4 seconds that Boba Fett had from being hit in the jetpack to hitting the cell barge, versus Ki-Adi-Mundi stopping and realizing that there's something wrong. Now, I have to make the argument yet again that Boba Fett did. As soon as he hit the cell barge, he fell and he rolled into the pit. No motion, no movement or anything other than rolling down. Yes, if you fall, you're going to try to pick yourself up. If you're rolling away, you're going to try to stop yourself, especially if it's something bad. That action in itself, or the inaction in itself, would, I think, go to dictate that possibly he wasn't in the state of mind, possibly he wasn't even awake. Now, Ki-Adi-Mundi, on the other hand, had the same 4 seconds, but there's been known Jedi abilities to get yourself out of there. We can go to episode 1 where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon run fast. Go back to episode 1 where they jump enormous heights. They're on a playing field with a bunch of clone troopers and all, but he can jump away. He can do something else. We only see this close section as that, but it's even at a land bridge. He has more than just simply turn around trying to defend himself with a lightsaber. So therefore, I think it comes down to Ki-Adi-Mundi having a lamer death because of everything he has in his benefit. He doesn't do anything, while Boba Fett, is lame. I'm not trying to make the argument at all. It is a lame death, but not the lamest, because Boba Fett also was possibly not awake. Anything else? Just say Boba Fett's better.
She's panicking.
No, not panicking.
No panic.
Okay. Is
Izzy,
that it?
Izzy, don't panic.
What's that all?
Sure.
Okay. So I have to go to the bathroom.
And you'll make your
So
judgment.
she can
I
make
will
a
make my
ruling.
judgment after that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have to go.
Okay. Oh.
I'd like to motion-
Judges go in her chambers.
After this, I would like to move to do a poll for the jury, also
Yeah.
to decide
Trevor Simeon to be named Broncos starting quarterback.
Boba Fett or Keanu Mooney. Where's that?
How do y'all think she's going to rule? In our favor?
I was trying to justify y'all's thing. I was like, because I don't know. Can I say this? Is this over?
Yeah, it's over.
Because-
She's going to make her
Okay,
decision.
he is conscious because in the video, if you watch it or you listen to it, he yells as he falls into it.
As he actually goes into the pit, though.
But he's like, ah!
Yeah, but that's as he goes in the pit. Maybe he regained consciousness.
He does
If
that.
you're rolling, you're
He
not
does
going to try to
that,
stop yourself.
Wile E. Coyote.
If you're rolling too fast.
He wasn't going too fast.
But also it is. I don't know.
That's good stuff. And then the anvil.
Yeah, right after it's
Oh, man. So you think that's what you think? What do you think? Honestly, I mean, you had some good points, man. I'm not going to disagree with that. I mean, we had to really fight for that one. You know what I mean?
I still think Keanu Mooney is lame. When it comes down to it, I think what the problem is because everyone reveres Boba Fett since the movie came out in 1980, whatever. That is just badass, and he dies like a bitch because you would have seen more. But that's an emotional response, that we elicit in that favor. He should have gone out, guns blazing or anything. People don't know as much about Keanu Mooney. You can't really make that argument.
I thought you were going to use the fact that Keanu Mooney has 2 brains, and you didn't touch that at all.
I didn't really know that. I mean, if I knew that Keanu Mooney had 2 brains.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, it's quite possible.
You see this bullshit?
I didn't know that either. Judge is in the courtroom. Judge, we're waiting for your ruling.
God, can you butter her up anymore? Jesus.
Thank you.
Christ.
Okay.
We appreciate you taking the time.
Oh
my God. So,
We will respect your decision either way.
Can we give her a go?
after I got my coffee.
Okay, there you go.
After thought, I would have to say that Boba Fett's death is the lamest.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of the
Good job.
These
topics
two.
discussed. But because of that, so it takes a lot of force to knock somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't hit his head, right?
He hit
had
the side
all
of his
of
face,
this.
though, right?
He looks like
I thought he hit it like the side of his face. Not like a head on, but.
Well, the judge saw the video footage.
yes, the videographic evidence.
Mm-hmm.
But he had more opportunities versus Mundi. He was going into battle, so he had opponents on this side, and his troops turned against him. See where I'm going?
Absolutely. We totally see exactly why you made that ruling.
Okay, do y'all see where I'm going?
I do smell the stench of bullshit in the air, too. Lewis.
Oh, I thought you
No,
were
not
talking-
for that.
Oh, okay.
I told her I would respect the decision before she said it out loud.
Okay, so that is my ruling.
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate it.
We're
Ooh,
dismissed.
yeah, very good, Tim. Very good.
So just
Yeah,
to be clear,
wasn't named
just to be
by the
clear, you
time.
made the judgment. You made the judgment because you don't think that Boba Fett was knocked out.
If you have evidence,
No.
to prove that he was knocked out,
The
then I'll
no,
reconsider.
it's over. It doesn't matter. But I'm just simply
Okay.
saying with what you said that I can say that Boba Fett lost because you don't believe that he was knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And other reasons. I mean, he had his little gadgets and go-go gadget, rocket launcher or something.
Full of them.
And also, I mean, I believe since if he wasn't knocked out, he had the ability to hold on to something, anything, do the rocket, whatever, stop himself for a second, maybe so he could
Yeah, I can see him
Spidey
breaking off the
sense,
teeth.
yeah.
Yeah. And then using it to climb back
But
up.
outside of the discussion of outside of the discussion, just thinking intuitively, since he didn't do anything, don't you think that there might have been something else? He was at the very least disoriented.
I mean, he got hit, but I mean,
Okay,
when you're slipping and falling, you don't think you're disoriented.
I'll put it to you like this: a football player trained through all this stuff, he's wearing a helmet to withstand such collisions. He gets nailed. He's not gonna just like that.
Yeah,
snap
It doesn't
back
sound
to
like
it.
you're
or
respecting
something.
the judge's final ruling.
I said outside.
Well, I'm willing to defend my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, this doesn't have anything to do with it. This is
Oh,
outside.
okay. Oh, this is side.
And I've already mentioned it. If you would pay attention.
He respects my decision, but he's still going to fight it.
Yes.
No, I'm just simply asking y'all. Don't y'all think since he didn't move at all, since he didn't try to stop himself, what I'm saying is he didn't have to be completely knocked out, but at the very least, he could have been.
Sarah, while you were in the restroom, Izzy brought up a great point. That
Why didn't you talk when
It wasn't for the
here?
side.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, okay.
She was starting to buy into our side. That when Boba Fett went into the pit, like literally went in, that he was yelling.
Oh, I didn't even have the sound on.
No, I remember that,
Oh,
but it was only
So he
when
was
he actually.
conscious.
But it was only when
So
he
he
actually
was
made it
conscious.
into the pit. No, it was only when he made it into the actual pit. I'm saying at the
So
very
he was
least,
knocked out for the rolling time.
he could have been at least
Oh, yeah.
disoriented. I'm saying
Okay.
I'll put it to you like this. And then I'll put it to you
Hang
like
on, I
this.
want to play with this.
He got dizzy from rolling.
No. I'll put
Okay,
it-
there you go.
I'll
That's
put it-
pretty lame.
I'll put it to you like this. I'm not saying I wish you any physical harm, Sarah.
I should have
Just hold on a second. I can't say from my perspective because I'm trying to put you in that shoes. Shut up! I'm talking. But even if you're wearing like a football helmet and say someone throws you against the wall and you fall to the ground, are you going to be real quick to jump back up, or are you going to be like,
I'm gonna
"Whoa,
be
what
like,
just happened?"
some bitch, you know?
If you have
No.
a jetpack, you would be like, whoa.
I think the jetpack still could have, possibly malfunctioned though.
He's rolling down.
But what I'm saying
I
is,
think it was more activated than malfunctioned.
I mean, he was using it when he hit the blimp or whatever the hell. This barge,
Sail barge.
the thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was flying from one to the other.
Yeah. So he was using it.
I'll put it to you like this: how do
Whether
we prove that wind is there?
just activated?
Do we see the wind coming? You can hear it, but do you see the wind? No, it's
in
what
the
Mason?
environment?
it's what the effect does. It's what the effect does to you. You can feel it, but it doesn't necessarily mean you can see it.
see it coming.
I
though.
see the inaction in itself by Boba Fett. Like, he's not doing anything. He's not going to be like, he's not committing suicide
Hang on.
because he was committing.
Ew, see, why didn't he do that?
Because it's already engaged.
Oh, he has two hands.
Oh, he cut it.
Who says he has it on both hands? I want to see evidence for
A
that.
smart person.
I want to see evidence for that.
Oh my god. See? He has another one.
He's not.
Oh, never mind.
No, he's about to use the rocket.
Oh, see? He hits the side.
Yeah.
It burst.
He's not doing anything to stop himself. Does that really mean nothing to you all?
I know, but he went.
Lewis,
"Whoa,"
if
when
you're
he
wearing a
hit.
football helmet, if you're wearing football gear, and I throw your ass to the side of the wall and you fall on the ground, are you going to be immediately jumping like that? You're going to be like, whoa, what the fuck happened?
Well,
You, personally,
I
no.
know,
Answer that
but-
question.
me speaking as a
The court's not going on anymore. You're no
Wait.
longer the judge.
No, but I have an opinion.
yeah, go ahead.
So,
And I'll answer.
no,
I'll
but
answer,
he's in the middle of a fight, so you don't think he's
I'll
going to be
answer
like
your question.
ready to go?
You can still be disoriented. Doesn't matter where the
I
hell you
know,
are.
but okay, so. See, he still made that sound. He was awake, but no, like he was
When he
ready.
was in the
he was
pit.
fighting people. He was fighting people. Don't you think when you
Not
get
in
hit in a
between?
fight, you're gonna be like, "Oh, holy shit, I got hit."
Doesn't matter if you say shit. Shit!
Okay, well, no, I mean, I'm a lady,
but
but no,
from hitting the side wall, he could have been disoriented.
Could have.
could have been. But
And
you
now
see boxers, you
have-
see football players who get tackled and stuff, and then they bounce back up because they're like, "Oh my god, my adrenaline's going. I got to get up. I got to keep fighting."
And you also see some of them
because
do
it's a life or
stay
death
on the
kind of
ground.
thing. Okay,
Just look at LeBron James.
I will. Well, no, we won't take it. Yeah, we got video footage of that too. I'll tell you this much, Micah. Being a former football player, I didn't play in the NFL and I didn't play in college, right? But
You've played the sport.
I played the sport full contact with pads on, and my first instinct, and I'll even give you this much: I was either a running back, or I was a defensive lineman, or an offensive lineman when I did play. Okay, and I'll tell you this much:
Even darker.
the eclipse is happening.
It's supposed to
Right
it's supposed to
now.
come at maximum capacity at
Yeah,
115,
well,
so we can finish
we're
this
gonna
conversation.
stick around with us, guys.
I
Whoever's
thought it
still
was
watching,
45.
we're gonna broadcast the eclipse if we get a good.
I don't know if
Picture
we
of it.
want to because
Yeah.
it
Let's
could
go
destroy
outside
it.
and look at it.
No, that's
If
true.
it's not set up with an ISO for a plus
Oh, is that right?
12,360,
Is it
What?
gonna burn your computer?
it possibly will.
Oh wow.
My buddy, he went to go look at it. He had to buy a special lens
Oh, wow.
just for his camera, so he
Can we
doesn't
look at it for
destroy
a
the
second?
inside.
It's like,
You're not supposed to even wear it with sunglasses because it doesn't.
Well, there was this thing that I saw on Facebook that if you like do your front facing camera and turn around,
Turn
you can
around?
watch it.
Oh, okay.
I think. I mean,
It might
I don't
destroy
know
the
if
camera though.
I need a
It
phone.
might, but then again,
I
we're not
want
saying that it's
guaranteed
100%
to-
either.
Yeah, that's true.
But as a football player,
Okay, well, as a football player,
watch you stand in front of the camera like Luke Skywalker and play the music.
my
I really stand with Anakin like with his hands behind his back and just sitting there looking at the kids.
Nothing it for you.
my personal experience has been that I jump back up,
See,
and
You've
I don't
never
want
been
to. I don't.
Hard
I'm
enough
not.
then.
I'm not. I've been hit very, very hard before, and in my personal experience, my first instinct is to get back up as quickly as possible.
so they don't hit you again. It's the adrenaline.
Yeah.
part
But
of
it's
it.
us trying to define how hard was it for Boba Fett.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Does he really have? Okay, he is hitting the side. Does he have that much like armor or whatever? He could have been at least disoriented.
Boba right there.
Yeah, that
There's
is
big Boba right there.
fabric.
He's got a helmet.
That is fabric
got a
with a
helmet?
shoulder pad.
Oh, good.
He's got a cape.
Okay.
His
He's
fabric
got
with a
little-
shoulder
He's got
pad.
knee pads, a cape, these
Shoulder
bags, shoulder pads.
We're looking at where he got hit,
this
Sarah.
arm thing.
So you're gonna show. You should have used this. You should have showed the judge where exactly he got hit.
Yes, where did he get hit? Show us on the doll.
Where you touch you?
Oh, Tim, that was good,
Y'all should have been
Tim.
it's not a doll, it's an action figure.
And I wanted to make an argument, but decided against it. That's apparently
Plus, his jetpack is wider than he is, so don't you think that the jetpack would have hit the barge before he did?
But look at where it is.
On his back?
No, I'm saying like look at where it is. He's still gonna be hit right there.
Okay, so it's his arm.
So it does get he still has a full force on his arm.
On
That
his
makes him
arm.
unconscious.
So he has
if
another
gets hit
arm.
from that side.
If you get hard enough with any amount of pain, because if the jetpack is that badass, if he's flying that fast, it's enough force behind it. It's like you ever seen like holding something and you go 50 miles an hour into an actual wall and see if you can simply
Selfie?
hold on to it.
No, they're recording. They're
Oh, that's cool.
Where's it at?
CNN.
You are fake news. But also one piece of evidence that I did not know that he also brought up is that Keanu Mooney had 2 brains. Therefore, it thinks faster.
Okay, but he still had people on both sides of him that are trying to
It
kill
doesn't
him.
matter.
Oh, I think it does.
Have you seen episode 1? I'm assuming that's a
Not
yes, right?
more than any
Did you
other
see-
If it
movies,
gives you
but
any comfort,
it's my least
Izzy
favorite.
would have picked us too.
See?
No offense to Izzy, but she didn't really make any arguments.
Yeah, but because I was in my head, I was already.
And I never
defending
even
them.
fully took on the grapple of saying Boba Fett. You said it through a text. I gave you.
You turned her against me!
You
have done that yourself!
What? I'm sure. Oh, I have my phone. Hang on.
It could be better, but anyway. Besides, I was given this. When I texted y'all, it was a completely different argument, and you fired back with, "Oh, let's do this." I'm like,
I thought it was fun.
"No, it is
It
fun.
was.
It is fun. I would still
Yeah.
would have done this again, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying I didn't exactly pick that argument.
Yeah,
You can still like an argument, but it doesn't mean you have enough evidence to support it.
yeah.
But I will say also that, okay, in episode 1, you saw Obi-Wan jump a freaking ridiculous distance. All those Jedis can do that.
Well,
Let's just say most of them.
But now
there were
you-
still people trying to kill him on both sides.
He was in a circle, but he could have jumped outwards.
How?
I think he would have been jumping into more clone troopers.
But can they react
Yeah.
that fast? I mean, also, he can use force push. He can jump, and he lands, he does this, and then he jumps again.
I'm sorry, you went Donald. Donald's right.
What does Donald say?
Donald said, "Wouldn't the whole concussion factor depend on how effective Boba's armor was?"
Push, he can jump.
Sorry, guys. That was my fault again. Go ahead.
Armor was Boba's armor against impacts like that. I'm sure Mandalorian armor is better than most.
Sherry, show it to me.
I know, but Lewis didn't see it.
It's a good point. What I'm saying is and that's why I took back from the concussion. Maybe he didn't have a concussion, but at the very least, he could have been disoriented.
Pew, pew.
You're right.
Wrong.
He was dizzy.
From all the spinning and falling. Gravity.
The gravity, damn it. If it came down to anything, and your arguments were you had good arguments. You really did.
Yeah.
You made me fight for it. Yeah. But
that argument is?
Yes. But I was going to use the whole, and I had to a little bit, that the Sarlacc is a stationary object, animal, whatever.
Well, because I'm not trying to argue against
Yeah.
that.
I am Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Dark Side. I need to
Like
find.
I said earlier,
I need to find a new apprentice. Apparently,
Yes. You can come over here. It's
I'm
okay.
influenced.
you can go over there, Princess Leia lover.
Oh my goodness.
I'll stand over here.
Ouch!
I will be an island if I have to.
Okay, I'll go.
And you say you like Anakin Skywalker. Get over there.
He's hot.
She likes the feathered look.
It's like I like methamphetamine, it's not good, but it doesn't mean it's good for my health.
Oh my goodness. Well,
But also one thing too is I think part of it has to go through his emotions as well. We know Boba Fett. We assume he's a badass, but actually BuzzFeed I think had a video. It's like if you take everything that's canon right now, it's like what do we really see of him? And how is he really a badass? You know,
He's
like
just kinda
from
walking
what we
around.
see and everything that we knew of his exploits before, we're all legends. So all we know is that okay, his father was Jango Fett. He had a bunch of clones. Boba Fett maybe used a thermal detonator to disintegrate someone. But other than that, he died like a bitch. So is he really this badass guy? Whatever. But we tie all this to it that he's this awesome, bounty hunter and everything. But people don't really know about Ki-Adi-Mundi that much. So it's easier for me to say that, this guy that I more or less idolize should have gone out in a much more prominent role than rolling into a Sarlacc pit. Than this guy being, he had 8 clone troopers around him, so of course he was going to die.
I will defend you in this way, Micah. And
You know
believe
what?
it or not,
I don't want your backhanded compliment.
believe it or not, I'm going to use a data bank to do it. That the data bank does not specify whether
He died.
Boba Fett is dead.
Well,
or
that's
not.
what I said. That argument, I was going to try to make the argument, but I really didn't want to
Yeah.
because I think that took away from the argument in itself. That
Yeah.
I think he was at least disoriented.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, Nathan.
Did you see how
Thanks
fast?
for jumping in.
And how about this? Did you see how fast he rolled? God damn, it was like a record
Yeah.
speed. He
He was
rolling
dizzy.
faster than Usain
Okay.
Bolt can run.
Yes.
Okay, no.
We
How
are,
about that?
we're gonna go with he was dizzy.
Okay, let's go with that. Hold on. No, let's go with that. Go make yourself dizzy by, bat on the head and you go in a circle 10 times.
10 times? You didn't roll 10 times.
Okay, 5 times.
5 times.
Average of 4. I'll secede to that
I
idea.
will do that after I have.
And then I want you to
my
run a
Mandalorian
straight
training.
line. And I want you to run a straight line.
After
That's
I,
not the same.
Yeah, after I've had my Mandalorian training, I would do that.
What I'm saying is y'all are a bunch of hypocrites. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think we presented a good case. You presented a okay
That's so
case.
Shovel of bullshit.
You're going to be judged from now on. Right? I mean, you did good.
Good thing I
Pretty
won't.
good.
Good thing I won't be. Here.
No, you'll be
You
here.
guys.
for another one.
Good thing I won't be here for much longer.
Wow. We've hit the 1 o'clock already. 1:08 actually approaching.
Yes,
108.
let's go outside and look at the sun.
Eclipse approaching.
Maybe I'll go on the Force Choke on Instagram and put it on there.
What?
Eclipse?
You can go live on that, right?
But for the Facebook crew,
Sucks. Oh, sorry.
did you just say
Direct
that
them
Facebook
to
crew
Instagram.
sucks?
No, I said that sucks. Because, never mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm not judge anymore. I'm kicked out.
Oh, wow. Micah Kid finally started
Finally.
watching.
I've been back and forth on this actually.
Yeah. You don't know whether you like the show.
No, I just don't
He's
know
just
if I
mad.
like you.
Well, I think most people are like that with me. So, yeah, no. I'll take it. But everybody likes Tim, right, Tim?
I think so. I'm a pretty neutral guy.
Yeah. Everybody knows Tim. That's why he doesn't introduce himself at the beginning.
You know me.
Oh my god!
What do you think? You're beast mode or something? You know why I'm here.
You can introduce me for myself.
Speaking of that, we're going to make our exit for this podcast, I think.
Yes.
So
Yeah, my exit's off of the 45th floor of a building.
Oh my god! Well, don't worry, because Mace Windu survived that, right?
He did. You can go fuck yourself.
Oh my god!
I'm coming with you, Mason. But in respect, I was like probably the 200th floor.
You're probably really wrong.
Probably.
Because Coruscant went further down than that.
So it was worse.
It was probably much,
You probably
much
shouldn't
worse.
have said that then.
Oh, you're probably thinking thousands of stories up.
Probably fell into a vehicle, caught him.
Mm-hmm.
Anakin flew like ridiculous, feet down. How much do you think that was? Like he
Probably a couple skyscrapers.
was like gliding, like. At the very least, he would have been.
Squirrel monkey.
Flying squirrel.
At the very least, he would have been liquefied when he hit it, but no, he's a Jedi. But I'm not gonna start attacking my boy. You sons of bitches will.
Well, I think we had a good show, guys. We don't know when our next one's going to be yet, right? We haven't determined that. So
About the Enterprise on the next one.
yeah, you
If you do, that's gonna. I'm not gonna.
I guess we can wish Sarah a happy birthday for tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday, Sarah.
Yes, you're going out of town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool night trip.
very nice.
Still
Very
kind of
nice.
mad about the bullying, so I don't know if I want to say happy birthday.
Oh
I'm gonna hold that back. I don't need it.
Or we wish you a happy and safe birthday. Yes, on your trip. So Donald says happy birthday as well.
Oh, thank you, Donald.
But for the Force Choke podcast, I'm Lewis.
I'm Tim.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Izzy.
I am the loser. Micah.
Right.
The Force Choke has spoken. No, that's not
The
right.
council.
The
The
council.
council.
The council
Somebody
has
said
spoken.
something.
The council is drunk.
That was fun.
So, 42.